Welcome back to the WatchTower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network by cinephiles for cinephiles.
What can I say? I'm a cinephile.
You are indeed.
And
He's sad
proud.
because we cut out the original ending, the original beginning.
This is
Sorry.
chill John right now.
It's the beginning of the end.
What the fuck is he saying? I don't have
he's
headphones.
acting like a burn victim. Point at him.
Speaking of burn victims, we're going to talk about something today. Before I do, we're introducing my fellow co-host, Mr. Michael Lalo.
Hi, I'm here and animated.
Good job, buddy. I like you animated. I don't like Spicy Lalo. Mr. John Eric Castro.
What's it to you?
Giving you your actor's perspective, and I actually love this film, so I'm not gonna shit on this one. So.
He was so happy that we picked
Yeah.
it. Like
The
he
last-
mind you, they have the schedule. We have the schedule months in advance, and he was like, "What are we doing today?"
No,
Dude.
Hold up. Don't tell the audience that I'm not checking. I checked the schedule, the calendar. There was nothing there on the calendar.
It's been there for at least a month.
You guys have a different schedule, like
It's
a
on
different
the
sheet.
dock.
On the dock there.
Oh yeah, well the same shit.
I don't know how to
Nah,
get the
no.
dog.
You filled out your picks for the doc,
Oh, I could have gone that route.
Mr. Austin. You gotta make sure we're sounding good on the ones and twos there.
Hey, how's it going?
It's actually his pick.
Hey,
With
Yeah.
the and the.
how
And that
are you doing?
You see the
I'm
cut
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we're really happy because Carlos Dallas Mavericks just won the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
wait a
six.
minute.
Game five.
Game five.
By the time this comes out, is the NBA going to be over?
No.
Probably
that
Oh, we'll be
series
in the
will be
next
over.
series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
probably.
Oh, of the world?
The Mavs will be playing the Nuggets in the Western Conference Final.
Oh dear God, I'm so
That's a
scared.
good
I want the
prediction,
Wolves
eh?
to win.
Yeah, put a bet
And
on.
our humble film sir.
I'm your humble film servant, Carlos Plethora, offering your writing director perspective.
Yes, he does.
Hashtag humble.
Hey, I got a little thing.
What are you
I
on
wanna-
Kendrick's side? The fuck?
Speaking of Kendrick,
Lamar.
here, this is what I was going to ask you guys before we rolled.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How would filmmakers beef the way rappers do?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, man. They'd make like mini series, but they'd come out on Prime. It'd be really sad.
You know what? They've made short films that are nominated for Oscars.
Because like I
I
feel
don't know how that would work.
I feel like when rappers beef, like they can just write it down and be like, that's a good line, and then they're gonna record it the next day. But like, I mean, if a filmmaker beefs, you gotta go through pre.
Yeah, 6 months of pre.
Yeah.
2 months of production.
So it's
for
like a year
Coppola.
in between responses.
Yeah.
It's like a year between responses.
The actual answer is so underwhelming. We just go on the media and talk shit. I mean, at least the
that's
bigger
the
ones.
way
You
it would
always
work.
hear about Tarantino
Oh,
and
man.
like fucking Nolan.
But why
and
does
like,
nobody make films for beef? Like,
Yeah,
It
that
takes
is.
too long. That's why
Yeah.
they made that show called Beef. I heard it was really good.
It is really good.
It could be kind of like indirect, like name all the characters of this like production team, and
That'd be so
That
petty.
could be fun.
kind of like base them off of
That's
them.
what I'm saying, like a mini series. You know, like you can maybe produce it faster. There's more episodes. You can beef back and forth. I don't know.
we're
See,
not
you're
getting
coming
into-
around to it being a season. Yeah, I like you.
The beef could be a season, sure.
Yeah, the beef.
Who's got the beef?
Who's got
Ali
the beef?
Wong, apparently. We're
good.
here to talk about
If y'all
Marta
know.
McDonagh's
15 billboards.
15.
Yep.
Oh, they had sequels now, huh?
Yep.
We're here to talk about Marta McDonough's 2017 drama.
Epic.
Epic? I don't think it's an epic.
Oh.
It's not an epic, but it is a drama.
Crime drama.
Is it a crime drama? I guess it is crime drama.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll put it like
I just call it a drama.
Drama,
it's
comedy.
a crime
Drama comedy?
it has a it has,
Crime drama?
IMDb has it listed as a crime drama.
It's a cromedy, if you
Okay.
A
will.
comedy.
I like that.
It's a comedy.
It's a
Cramedy.
good comedy.
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Cramedy.
Nominated for 7 Academy Awards.
Criminy
One,
Peter
two.
Leader.
1, 2. And the 2 at 1 are.
Wait,
are-
let me guess, because I have not.
Yeah.
I knew that it was nominated, and I've been wanting to watch this film ever since it was nominated. I'm guessing it won for screenplay and
Way off.
actress.
You got half of that right.
Which one did it win?
It won for Best Actress for Frances McDormand and Best Supporting Actor for Sam Rockwell.
Wow.
Well deserved for sure.
Absolutely. For both of those. You see,
What were they up against that year?
Ooh, I was
that's a good question.
Our interns
While he
should
looks
know
that
this
up,
by now, but,
I want to get into this kind of point because I know we're going to get into our ratings.
yeah. Ooh, shoot.
I feel like, while you guys think of your ratings, I feel like the weird thing is that this film was what Nomadland tried to be. And
No.
Nomadland won fucking everything.
Yeah, it
and I
did.
don't like that. It won Best Director. I think it
So
won Best
did
Picture that year.
Everything Everywhere.
Yeah,
But that was
come
good.
on.
It didn't try to be this.
Yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
say
but I mean-
Nomadland felt like.
But what other movie are you gonna get Frances McDormand pooping in a bucket? You know, like
Is that what you want? Is that what dictates an Oscar win?
yeah.
Yeah,
must.
pooping in a
Dinklage
bucket.
won it.
Yeah, they're like,
It's on the checklist.
Peter Dinklage won what?
No, that's what he wanted.
He wanted more than that. That year, we're up against Shape of Water.
Whoa.
oh god,
Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour,
the
Dunkirk,
dumbest one ever.
Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom
Oh,
Thread,
God.
The Post. Jeez, that was damn good here. Phantom Thread.
What was the post about? It's
It's about the New York Post, the creation of the New
Tom
York
Hanks,
Post.
I'm assuming.
No, what's her face?
Winona Ryder.
Female version Tom Hanks.
Winona
Version
Ryder
with
is
Tom Hanks.
basically-
Winona Ryder.
Comment if you guys know.
No, I know. It's
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep.
It was Spielberg.
Yeah, that is kind of, yeah.
It was
She's
Spielberg.
kind of the female
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Hanks.
It was before Ready Player One, right?
I think it was right. I think he filmed them like back to back or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Francis McDormand.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Frances McDormand was up against Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep for The Post.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
she
a
took
heavy-
it
yeah,
with,
yeah.
with flying colors. And then Sam Rockwell was up against Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody
man.
Harrelson for 3 Billboards
Wow.
Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, and Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Sam.
Woody Harrelson would have been another interesting, but he
Yeah,
kind of
but-
was just playing Woody Harrelson.
Yeah,
So-
but how is that like if you die in the middle of the film? Can it still be?
No, you still get screen
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
there's
a big
people
enough
get
character.
nominated for supporting for one scene. Like,
Yeah, give me an example.
like,
In the spot.
well, we were talking about Silence of the Lambs, and he's been there for how long?
Oh wow!
And he
yeah, yeah.
won the fucking
True, true.
Oscar.
Okay,
You know, shit like that. I forget his name.
So,
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
you know what? I still haven't been able to see The Father.
Oh my,
haven't seen
no,
it
man,
either.
that shit will tear you apart. That final
It's-
scene.
The
It's
Father.
just rough.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
It's a new one or an old one?
Father?
He's
Relatively,
good.
like,
He's doing
2020?
fine. He called me earlier. and Asked if I wanted a
okay, so
It's
sandwich.
about Alzheimer's,
Ooh.
and it's him.
I've
Is that
only-
the judge?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that's the other one with Robert De
with
Niro. I thought it was that one. Yeah.
Downey.
But I only saw like one clip from it when they were highlighting the film.
The mommy thing.
Yeah. And
Oh,
that's
dude,
just
that
like,
scene.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's heartbreaking. And the girl from The Crown, the lady from The Crown, Olivia something, she's fucking great in that picture. Olivia something. Anyways,
Olivia Wilde.
no, Olivia Colman. She's terrific in that picture, man. Fucking great.
she was in Banshees, no?
Yeah, I've seen her.
No,
You sure?
pretty
Who
sure.
was the sister from Banshees? Because you
She's
mentioned
the girl from the one with with Barry scene. The don't think you'd fall in love with a fella like me, huh? She's
Yeah.
she's from. Oh gosh, what's her name?
Now I'm blanking right now.
I kept mistaking it, but I kept feeling like
It's not her, Austin. She's. I know she's come out in other like key films. Just look up Banshees of Inisherin.
You look a banshee.
ooh, what would you have thought if Dinklage got a supporting nod for this?
He
Would have
did
been
good. I'd
No,
argue
it's
that.
good, but not enough.
I'd argue that
Talking
he.
about enough. That's-
I'd argue that he did better than Woody Harrelson.
He had, whoa, just because he had that, well, no, he had the little arc of.
He had a few different scenes that were pretty great, and Woody Harrelson was playing Woody Harrelson.
Nah.
no, and then when you listen to like
I know you know
the
your stuff, but
accent
no.
and
Just
everything,
because his character's important to the film, more important than Dinklage's,
Okay, yeah,
it doesn't mean
exactly.
he had a better performance. I don't think he did.
This
know what
What were you
actress?
saying?
I disagree.
yeah, I think so.
Carrie Condon. Yep. Yep. She was in Avengers. Okay.
Okay,
She was the voice of Friday.
I did have a request.
What's up?
Your request, sir.
Oh no, this is, I guess, a minor note. I did have another fan request asking why we haven't done more Avengers films.
And then you answered him
All right,
immediately,
so-
right?
You don't want me to answer
we're
that
talking
question.
about 3 Billboards. Austin, why'd you pick
We
this?
will cover the Avengers, and we're gonna have Marty Scorsese on the podcast that time.
Wow.
Bones, hey Bones, I know you're listening.
Bones.
He sent us a cool kind of retrospective about what's wrong with the industry right now because he got caught up in our conversation, which is awesome.
Nice.
A bunch of people did.
Yeah, we had a lot of comments on the Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction thing, so thank you guys for like
Appreciate it.
really like commenting and letting us know what you thought.
And how a lot of people agree that TV is just bad right now.
Yeah, man,
I heard that. Yeah, that's fine.
it's okay to be wrong, right?
No, I'm still. It's my opinion.
No. I mean, like,
He pulls out a gun like, it's still my thoughts.
Like Travolta. No, it should be like Travolta. It's all right.
just letting y'all know I'm carrying.
I
Okay.
just shot Carlos.
shot Carlos in the face. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning into the Pulp Fiction
Yeah,
one. That's
dude.
great. But
Turning it back.
no, I was saying that Bones had this kind of great retrospective about the state of the industry, and there's a YouTuber guy who's a filmmaker and kind of just talks about his fears. And I told Bones, I was like, "This guy's my spirit animal, man. Like, this is what I've been saying for like 2 years. Like,
What are the
the
highlights?
state of the industry. Yeah, essentially, it's like a 20-minute video of him just saying like, people are bitching that there's no originality in movies anymore, and
To a certain
when they
degree?
are, he brought up Bo's Afraid. I want to go see Bo's Afraid in the theaters, he said,
I still
and
haven't seen
nobody fucking went to the theaters to see Bo's Afraid. So stop bitching that originality is not there when you don't go support it when it's at the theaters.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And that is half the argument. Half the argument's it's out there. You just got to find it. And it takes a little effort to find it.
I see what you're saying.
Before we had Alamo East, we were driving across town to Montecillo to catch something. And we still do that when they're only screening it at Montecillo. You know?
yeah.
It does take some effort to go screen it at whatever
I
theater.
had to
I agree with
go
you.
to Montecillo when Isle of Dogs came out
Isle
because
of Dogs?
they were the only ones showing Wes Anderson stuff.
We went all the way to Flick's Brew House to catch The Irishman when it came out.
Oh, but
Wait,
that's understandable.
You
No,
guys,
but that's because even Alamo didn't. Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
that's not going to help the argument.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, go for it,
no,
go
it was
ahead.
just like the earliest preview.
Oh, yeah,
That-
you're
that's
right.
why
Sure,
we caught it.
you went to Flicks?
This
This was
was
years
3
ago.
years ago, buddy.
It's all right, man.
What was I doing?
I don't know. You were
Did
in
you
a
ask?
basket case situation. If
Well, so Austin, you picked this film,
Pivot.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, by the way.
most likely.
Yeah,
Because I think
probably.
it was just us three. It was just you, me, and Sandra, right?
Yeah.
That time. Dude, Silence. I had to catch it at Cinemark Cielo Vista that time too. Like again, you have to
Dude, when La
make
La
an
Land
effort.
came out, Cielo Vista was the only one that
Cielo
had
Vista
it.
was the only one that had it. You're right.
I thought you said you went to the IMAX for it.
For what?
Bassett.
For
La
what
La
movie?
Land.
No. Cielo Vista.
Oh,
It was
really?
during Christmas time. That's when the film came out.
Shape of Water too.
Yeah, that was the same year.
Rounding
No.
back,
It was like the next
we
year.
just saw it. It wasn't. Rounding back, Austin, you picked 3 billboards outside of
El
Ebbing,
Paso,
Missouri.
Texas. Oh, Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah. Common mistake.
That's the sequel.
That's a sequel.
Why now?
Why now?
Yeah,
What's the last free pick of the year? And
that's
He sounds like an athlete at the press conference. Last pick of the year, man, and we just needed to get something going there. And
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
wow.
No, I
get fined?
thoroughly enjoy this film, and
Yeah.
this was requested like months ago.
Really?
that's
Yeah.
true. JB
JP or something?
JP?
Something like that.
on
JB
YouTube.
Gonzalez?
JP, thank you for commenting and requesting this film.
Back on the Rolling
Appreciate
Thunder
it.
episode.
Yeah. So he wanted us to cover this film. So hopefully he tunes in. And
And I also
Thank
know
you.
there's a bunch of people around that enjoy this film.
Yeah.
this was
I-
right around the time we started Tower, and we fucking lost our shit for this film. Like it's on a filmmaking front. It's insanely impressive.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
never seen it.
I had never seen it.
Why?
Please elaborate on why.
Answer in one parter.
You said you own it, so why haven't you seen it?
I guess
Whoa,
the way that like
That's not fair. I own so many movies. I blind buy
It's the most
movies
nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
that you
Little
own
man.
them and don't watch them.
Yeah.
They're on a queue. Sorry, you own it. You don't watch it.
well, it's kind of like what I think a lot of people do. I'm not gonna say that because I feel like you guys are gonna say that we don't do that. Are we not
No,
allowed?
I do.
Okay, you know, like when you add things to your Netflix list, but you never watch them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank God. I
Yeah.
said it to one
No,
person
of
one
course,
time.
dude,
and
my list in every app are fucking huge.
yeah,
Like huge. Like
Yeah.
fucking 50 films that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
On each
On a scale
platform.
of like 1 to 10, how huge?
Huge.
no, but I remember
Huge.
seeing it, and
Don't you
then
come?
I'm gonna call.
I remember seeing it. I was super interested in at least the visuals for it because I didn't realize how big of a story it was.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like going to be a mumblecore film.
Oh.
just because I saw her in like
Sorry.
no. Like I saw Frances in Lady Bird, which apparently was not the same year,
She
right?
wasn't in Lady Bird.
Yeah,
Yes.
She wasn't in Lady Bird.
Yes, she was.
wasn't. No, she wasn't.
As the mom.
No, that's the chick from Roseanne. the Aunt Jackie. I don't know
No
her name.
way. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
dude, she was in Moonrise
It's all right,
Kingdom.
Delo. It's all right. It's all right.
Ah, damn it.
Moonrise Kingdom?
Yeah, she was the love interest of
Of the kid?
Die Hard guy.
Bruce Willis?
Bruce
yeah.
Willis?
In Moonrise Kingdom? Oh, shit, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Towards the end, you can.
No, towards the
Well,
beginning.
look, you know Frances
No,
McDormand
but
a little more
I-
from Coen Brothers films.
Yeah,
essentially.
Fargo.
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 Kind of funny looking.
Kind of funny.
And I thought it was going to be like a mumblecore film, but I was
This is
very
not her signature. This is William H. Macy's, but she's in
very
this movie.
nice guy. That's my Blu-ray.
Fish fuck on water, or what is it?
Fish fucking water, though.
I thought it was going to be a mumblecore film, but it looked visually very interesting. I didn't know anything about it, and I bought it. It's been on my, like, I have the physical copy and then also, like, on my Vudu list forever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on that now. Like, I
So
finished...
you bought it 2 times?
No, I bought it once, and
You
it
buy
came
the
with a code.
Blu-ray and it comes with the code. That's how out of touch you are. Yeah.
Gus. What was the last Blu-ray you bought, huh?
I've never bought Blu-rays though.
Don't get me started on that
Alright,
conversation,
DVDs.
man. We're losing physical media too.
No, yeah, I'm starting to understand that too.
Yeah.
Like Best Buy is stop selling them. Walmart.
I want to get into the VHSs though.
I
Because I'm kind of scared. Like if we go down that route, I'm scared that we're not gonna have like the lasers to play the where like you
Dude,
pick it up.
again, one of the arguments we were having about like
cassette
film and conservation.
Exactly.
Like you have to save the fucking device that it's played on, because if you don't, you're fucked.
And I think it's easier for a VHS to fix it, whereas a
I
laser.
feel you're not wrong, except VHSs are. Remember, like the tapes, you could fuck them up really fast. They were meant to be relatively
Why
disposable.
don't we see more Blu-ray repair shops?
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're
So
saying
buy-
that a VHS is a little more reliable.
Yeah.
But why do we have VHS repair shop?
Yeah.
Every corner.
Well, because come on, dude, that's since the beginning of time. Like we still have
Dude,
DVD
Blu-rays have been out for like almost 15 years.
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
but they're
no.
still-
His
you
argument
know
is
the
that
lasers go out, right?
Jesus,
The lasers on the
when
players go
Jesus
out,
was around, there
Which-
was VHS repair shops.
which is ironic because Blu-rays were designed to be almost indestructible in the sense of scratching.
Is that just the advertising, or you from
No,
experience?
genuinely,
No,
dude.
yeah, that was like a
Blu-rays,
big
that was the
thing.
big
Really?
selling point.
Yeah,
That's the
because
whole, yeah.
DVDs would always like scratch up after a while, and then
You never notice how Blu-rays have a coating on it?
Yeah, that's the blue. That's where the blue comes from.
I
in
thought it was
Blu-ray.
just like a really good quality. I didn't know that the disc
Well,
was
that's part of
actually-
it. They up the quality, right? But the protect, like you could drop a fucking Blu-ray disc and it won't get scratched. Like
I
a DVD.
dropped all of his discs without him knowing,
Yeah.
and they are fine.
Totally fine.
No, I just feel like VHS is a little bit more reliable. I just feel like there's no laser. I could repair it. I could take it apart.
Well, yeah, you're right about the player, but the tapes are like disposable tapes almost, man. Like, remember when they would get all fucking
Wonky.
like you could tear the tape out of
But
it.
that's usually because of the cassette player or something, dude.
Hey, be kind.
Rewind.
Rewind.
That's why I'm getting all my information from.
That's true.
Blockbuster.
That's the only thing I know about VHS.
Yeah.
Nah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
No, but so I hadn't seen the film,
you hadn't
We're
seen
caught
the
up
film.
Yeah, I haven't seen the film.
but I really wanted to.
End of story.
And then I watched it.
And then you watched it tonight. Good for you.
I want to make one minor story,
Yeah,
like a subplot.
Yeah.
I did.
Is it a plot twist?
I talked. He doesn't watch the show. I talked to my cousin. My cousin.
Your
my,
cousin?
I
His name
talked
Gus?
to my cousin's
Your cousin?
girlfriend at the time's sister's boyfriend.
He's gonna do a Norm Macdonald thing.
No. Like, it's serious. It was my cousin's girlfriend at the time's sister's boyfriend.
Okay, what did he do?
He came over, and no. Here's what happened. He came over, and my family. He came over to Johnny's, and my family. We love stories. We love like taking little moments, like right now, and expanding them into this whole thing. And you know, it's an art form. You know, to be able to tell a good story, to
Absolutely.
spin a yarn, if you will. And
Absolutely.
this guy comes over. We invite him into this place, and you know, what are you gonna do with that? Anyway, we invite him over. Johnny's trying to, you know, like warm up, say like, hey, it's good that you get to join us, and like have a drink and everything like that. Really cool. And he brings over this bottle. So, you know, like the one way to get to Johnny's heart is that if you bring like a bottle of like liquor or something, just do it. Like, what are you waiting for?
He's like Matt Damon at the end of The Departed. Just all right,
Yeah,
fucking do it.
So he brings over a bottle to my cousin who's trying to start a bar. So, you know, it automatically sparks up conversation like, whoa, this guy's bringing alcohol and we're all like involved. Like, oh, how old is it? And, you know, what did you get into? Like, you know, like what are the notes that you like? You obviously brought it over for a reason.
Fuck you. You're doing the Norm Macdonald thing.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I
I'm like-
swear. That's why I'm trying to get to the end of the story. No, he brings over this bottle, and we all like grab it, and opens it up and everything, and we're like, "This is great," It's not a Norm Macdonald thing. This isn't a joke. This is a real story.
You're going out details that don't need to be detailed. Right?
No,
This is
no,
a
but I'm
joke.
sure.
I'm chucking this ball.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna chuck it.
And then he put the bottle in his fucking.
What I'm trying to get to is that we finally open it up, and then we ask this guy. We're like, dude, where'd you get this tequila? It's pretty good. It's got some interesting notes and all that. And he goes up, and this is his story. I'm going to reenact it now. Well, I went to the store, said I got $10 and want to get fucked up, and they gave it to me. Didn't that story feel like a waste of 10 seconds?
Yes.
Like,
You son of a
10
bitch! I knew it.
no,
3
but
minutes
no,
of my life,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
But that's what this film was.
No, I forgot why I started this story.
Son of a bitch!
What the
I knew it.
That's
No.
it. He's getting muted for the next 5 minutes.
He just always wanted to do that on the podcast. That's what it is. He wanted to pull a Norm
He's
Macdonald.
muted. He's muted.
All I'm saying.
No, you're muted.
All I'm
You're
saying-
muted.
All I am saying is that I hate a bad story, and this wasn't one.
You're muted still.
That's a long walk for a short drink of water, bub.
We just lost half our audience, sir.
Job.
Why is
He's
there a
happy.
dent in
Leave
this
him alone.
microphone?
What?
This microphone is dented.
Oops.
What were you doing with these at work?
Got a little crazy, bro.
I'm gonna
Nope.
check it.
No, it's not.
All right, Austin, you
5 minutes,
chose
bro.
this.
5 minutes.
You chose. You owe us 5 minutes of your life. Yeah, penalty. Who
Since
goes
it's
first?
muted, we'll go Castro, me, you, and then the low.
Oh, this is interesting. I haven't even
Man.
thought about my score.
You both of you had said that you hadn't seen it since it came out, right?
Yeah, just when it came
This
out.
is only like my third time seeing it, yeah.
And like you said right now, like that second viewing kind of like it was a little bit faster. I guess because we
Yeah.
already knew what was going on.
Yeah, for sure. And it's only like an hour 45, isn't it?
Hour 55.
Hour 55.
I really
Uh,
like it. I don't want to give it too much of a high score because it's not epic, like you guys said.
Well, I said it's not in epic.
Epic being a genre.
Explain the difference.
You're still
difference-
muted.
The difference is we've talked about an epic, or an epic defined as a genre is essentially a lifespan. Like we cover a large
Which
territory.
I said this isn't an epic.
No, you said this is an epic.
Like the film's not epic,
It's
man.
like epic to you, but an epic.
English is my second language. I guess. No, yeah. So I'll probably give it an 8.7. I really like the characters in
Pretty
this
fair.
one.
It's pretty fair.
Story's pretty good. But
I
yeah,
actually have the same exact rating.
8.7.
8.7.
I actually rate this higher than Pulp Fiction.
Fair.
Hey, come on, guys. Comment. You guys got to comment on that, right? Come on.
Yeah, I'm at an 8.7.
8.7. I'm at an 8. I think.
So
That's low. I think it's
it's a negative B. That's
Do you
bad.
need a B minus?
I'm sorry.
All right, yeah. After that, you get your mic privileges back. Welcome back.
I can't.
There's a B?
dyslexic. My bad, guys.
I can't sanction
Wait,
you before. You're an
I think
actor.
I was dropped
You're an
a lot
actor.
as a kid.
You're an
Yeah.
A
actor. That's it.
negative.
Yeah.
But please, you got it.
I can't
Say
sanction your
something, man.
buffoonery.
He said a negative B. Please.
There's a B.
I'm trying to remember the line from the movie
But
where he's
y'all
like,
understood.
"English is you need English for everything, you know,
remember, he just
to
like-
get into the academy."
Mouth worlds are hard.
But the crazy thing is that everybody understood what I said. So.
Absolutely.
8.
Yeah, I'm at an 8. I think, again, it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but I think it's terrific writing. I think it's got
Performances.
amazing kind of comedic elements. The performances
Yeah.
are terrific, but it's not comedic for the sake of being funny. It's just smart funny, which I love.
Yeah.
So-
Witty.
I think also just the impact, like, it has.
Yeah. I mean, it's so layered. It's extremely well done. Extremely well done. I think Martin McDonagh is one of the original voices. I also think. I think this was a bridge film for him. Just like I feel like Baby Driver was a bridge film Baby Driver and Last Night in Soho was a bridge film for Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a bridge film for him because the film he did after this was Banshees of Inisherin,
Oh,
which
yeah.
to me is substantial.
Yeah.
More my sensibilities at least.
for sure.
But Three Billboards was a great bridge film because before that he did Seven Psychopaths, which is a terrific picture. But it's
With
not
Sam Rockwell as
it's-
well.
It's more on. Okay, don't hate me. It's more.
More Quentin Tarantino too?
No.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I was gonna say
It's more of a Guy Ritchie thing. Seven Psychopaths?
really.
It feels a little closer to those sensibilities of like rock and roll.
I've heard a lot of good things about In Bruges, though.
I haven't seen In Bruges, and I agree. I've heard a lot of great things about it. You've seen In Bruges, no?
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that. That
It's not quite
different-
Tarantino, but it's trying to be Tarantino-esque, which I think Guy Ritchie tries to do in a lot of his thrillers.
Yeah. It's like
So
a
I
London
think
version
that's
of
what Seven
Quentin.
Psychopaths is. It's done better than like a Rock and Roll or whatever, but it's not.
I can kind of see because it's.
You know what I'm saying? It's still
It's not-
comedic.
it's not taking itself too
It's not
serious.
taking itself
Yeah.
too
I
seriously,
guess
for
what
sure.
you're saying, yeah.
So Seven Psychopaths is the thing he did right before. So again, always improve. He's only done 5 fucking films, man. Like that's impressive.
That is
Oh,
impressive,
man.
and they're pretty
he only
good.
has 5 left before he sucks.
According to Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
You seen In Burgess, right?
I haven't seen In Bruges. No, I haven't seen it.
In Burgess or In Bruges?
In Bruges.
Okay, no, that was really good.
Yeah?
It's about a hitman. Oh, dude. It's
Okay. Yeah, I've heard like Austin said. I've
It's
heard a
not
lot
that
of great
movie
things about it.
Hitman, is it?
Nah, that's what's
The Richard Linklater one that's about to come out.
No, there's another one there with Timothy,
Dalton.
the guy from Justified.
Oh.
The
I
one-
thought it was Jason Statham in Hitman.
No,
It's like a bald dude, no?
It's Timothy, the guy from Justified, the cowboy guy.
Oh, okay. Anyways, rating, bud.
First time viewer.
8.2.
Ocho.
Oh,
8.2.
And for our English listeners,
that was good.
8.2.
8.2.
and for our Mexican listeners,
Oh, it's an 8.2. Like easy. Like there's not a No, I think it's there's always a challenge when you watch a movie fresh because I feel like it's gonna sit way higher on the list. I was really, really
You
captivated
were
by this.
also anticipating it, though. Like, anticipating how good it is. Did that do anything for you?
No,
Okay, that's
because
good.
I really I was surprised by the story. I thought it
That's
was
good.
gonna-
That's good.
I-
Not knowing anything about it.
Yeah, man in the back.
I have a question for you.
He's in
Go
the
ahead.
middle.
You kept trying to, or not trying to, but
Delatory
it
the
felt,
film.
No. It felt like
Kind
the
of.
film kept throwing curveballs at you.
Well, because he kept trying to.
Yeah,
De La
like you
Torre
kept
it.
trying to predict what was about to happen.
No, I don't think I was trying to predict. I mean, you're giving me too much credit, but
But
No,
it
you
did-
were trying to get ahead of yourself, or
it
ahead of the
did
film.
seem like it threw a lot
Yeah.
of
Oh,
curveballs.
we
I
all do
was-
that, though.
I heard some comments you were saying.
no. Well, it's because you mentioned like, but isn't it crazy? I forgot who gave him the money, and I was like, I didn't think that was gonna get revealed. I just thought like,
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a
No,
because
but then
I-
like when he was in the police station when it was burning, you're like, oh no.
good. Like, you thought he was going to
Yeah,
die.
and then when
I
he was
wasn't-
holding the shotgun later, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
In his defense, to his credit, I don't think that was getting ahead of himself as much as it was him externalizing what he was feeling.
yeah,
Like,
because
is he going to fucking die? Oh, shit. Like, you
yeah,
know, like,
do that
because
a lot.
I felt like,
that's-
especially in that moment, the juxtaposition of him reading a letter being like, hey, I know everybody hates you, and I know you've been fucking up, but you have the makings of what could be a good detective if you really put your heart into it and stop
Yeah.
playing this little pissing game that you're
and
playing.
it's like, oh, too late. You're going to
yeah,
die.
yeah, and then that's what it makes you feel, and then you make it makes it feel also like worse because he's listening to music, he's
Yeah.
finally going through some kind of internal realization.
Epiphany.
Yeah, epiphany, and then
Would you say you almost had one?
it makes it look like he's just gonna die, and then you're like, oh man. And then the second time over, it's like, okay, his boss committed suicide. This is being told to him. It's not the guy who did the rapings and all that. So he's
Yeah.
just like, it makes it feel again.
No,
like,
we hadn't gotten there yet.
Huh?
We hadn't gotten there yet.
What do you mean?
Where when he gets the letter?
No, I'm talking about the very end of the movie when he has a shotgun.
Oh, okay.
Because he has a barrel
Oh,
pointed
right,
to
right,
him
when
and
he's
all
on
that
the
kind of
phone
stuff.
with her. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just makes it feel like, oh man,
it's leading up to all that.
Also, I forgot what the rule is, but the thing where if you show a gun, it's gonna go off sometime. What's that thing?
I have a big grab on that, but we'll talk about it right now when we get to like the end.
I know what you're talking. It's like a screenwriting rule, but it's kind of moot.
Well, no, I think it comes from theater. Like if somebody
Just when a
shows
gun shows up, something
Yeah.
is gonna get fired. No,
Yeah.
like
that for
I,
every time.
I almost think that's what I like the most about this film. Is that it has
because
two
you do that a couple of times.
well, it has two really good things going for it, in my opinion, just writing wise. I love when a film can do that, and I know you felt a little underwhelmed about the ending, but I thought it was perfect.
No,
I have
no,
a big thing about this.
it wasn't underwhelming as much as it is good
You
on
wanna
the
see more.
good on the filmmakers that I'm really invested, especially like that conversation at the end where they're like, "Do you feel good about killing this guy?" And then they're like, "Nah, I don't know." And then it's like, "What about you?" And it's like, "I don't know, but
We'll
I
decide
get-"
on the way.
Yeah, and
we-
then you're
That line.
dive into that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's dive into this. I'll talk about the second thing later, but
Yeah.
let's dive into this because to me that's just this interpretation of them dealing with the grief
Well, no, hold on.
moving forward.
I'm seeing it from Sam Rockwell's character. You know, his transformation from a flawed, drunk, Now he's seeking redemption, right? He's doing all this just to end it with, well, this guy isn't the guy, but he's still a rapist.
You have a gripe with that?
Yeah, this guy was telling me you're a good cop. That's not a good cop decision just to go, he's
No.
not the guy, but we're
But
still
he's
going to
also-
fuck him up just so you can feel better.
He's also not a cop anymore.
Right, he left his badge, right?
Right.
So then what's the whole thing with the letter?
Why
The
does
whole people like, I'm a better person.
Why does I know this is a far-fetched example, but why does Batman find killers?
No, I see what you're saying.
Vigilantes are vigilantes for a reason, right? They think they're doing good for the world by killing a motherfucker who they can prove is a rapist. They think they're making the world a better place. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm saying that's their mentality.
Also,
But
That's
I just
what a
feel like
vigilante
his whole
thinks.
arc of redemption, I think where it fails, where it's like,
oh
I
man,
think that's what
but
humanizes the whole fucking thing.
no, I would do the same thing, but just to him as a cop and the letter that's saying like, yo, you're a good cop. You
But
can
that's
be a
what I
good
mean.
cop.
That would have been cheesy, right? Like if we would have stuck in that mentality, it would have been really on the nose. Like, oh, I'm becoming a better cop because no, it's like I'm human and I fucking hate this, and I hate the politics of it all too. So fuck it.
So just kill some random person that
No,
he might be a rapist.
that's what's so beautiful about the ending. The final lines of the film are, I know we're all worked up,
Yeah, I kind of like
but
that.
do you want to do this? I don't know.
We'll
and
decide.
my interpretation of that was more in the vein of, and then we'll get back to your point. 'Cause I
Yeah,
know
my
you got
bad,
something to say. My interpretation of that was, this is the grief they're going to deal with moving forward. Both of them are dealing with grief. Him because of the boss, losing his job, all this shit.
His mentor.
And yeah, right. And her because of the daughter and not getting the closure that she was really seeking. And, you know, all the shit she just went through too, right? But the dealing with the grief of like, what are we going to do about this? And do we have to? And we're going to be feeling this way for the rest of our lives. And the whole, we'll decide along the way is like, life will decide what we're going to end up doing. How we're going to deal with this grief. If we go and we kill this motherfucker, it's still not my daughter's rapist, so what the fuck else? Again, dealing with the grief.
but
It just falls short for me.
yeah.
but is it not the daughter's rapist? Like,
You're right, right.
because there is that weird inkling where it's the same dude who showed up at France McDormand's shop and like smashed the rabbit
Just
and
to
all
threaten
that.
her.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but by that same
Intimidator.
token, it's like Richard Ramirez idolized the Manson family. You know, like these guys support what the other guy is doing, so they're going to support that notion, right? So I think it's just him hearing about this whole mess, knowing about the rapes, knowing that he's done something similar, and almost like defending his own tribe. You know, I don't think they necessarily have to be connected. I think it's just him like, so bitch, like you're really, and again, it's part of that guilt, sweating guilt too, right? Like, yeah, I do this shit. What if I did? The fuck are you gonna do? It doesn't mean that he did it, but he's defending his own people, you know, rapists.
Do you see it like that? I don't.
I just
Unless you can prove that he's the rapist
So
of
you're
the
saying all
daughter.
rapists are like, we're a brotherhood?
no, I just feel like
Not rapists exclusively, but like I said,
I
I
see
brought
where
up
you're
like
going with
Richard
it.
Ramirez. It's like the crime factor, right? It's like they get off on this shit.
the only reason I can justify that response is because of the dialogue between France McDormand and the priest, where it's this whole like
The gang?
Yeah,
Which one?
it's the one
Oh,
where
that's a
she,
good
yeah,
metaphor.
where she's talking about like, oh, you know, you all support each other, like you join this
Same
group,
colors.
and then if one of them
That's
does
what
something
this
wrong,
film's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're highlighting the priest factor. We're highlighting the rapist
a
factor.
really
We're
good scene.
highlighting the cop factor.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Cops stick together. They're
Exactly.
a gang.
Yeah,
Rappers call fucking gangster rappers call cops a gang. You know, like it is very much following
What's that
pattern.
training day? You know what the biggest gang in LA is, right?
The LAPD. Yeah. I mean, that's why I think it's this great kind of way of saying, like, hey, how many stories do you hear about that shit? I got inspired to fuck this girl because I saw that shit on the news and it made me want to do it too. Like they get
Trying
off.
to
You know,
get there, but
it's how they get off. So why wouldn't they support it? Why wouldn't they try to, you know? And again, that guy
you
was
agree?
also a cocky little shit, right? He's a cocky little shit of like.
I honestly
He
took
was
it like,
showing off to his friend that he and his group of friends raped the fucking girl. He was showing it off to a buddy.
but I wouldn't. I don't know. Right? I
and
wouldn't
in the
expect-
same way, that's also highlighted in the cop. What is it
I
called?
threw him out the fucking window,
Yeah,
man.
and it's
that
like,
wasn't right. but he's showing it off to his cop buddies.
Yeah,
and
he's
they're
like,
cheering him on
I guess
for
my
it.
hand hurts as much as it would for any guy who just threw somebody out of a window.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the same like problem.
Same notion.
You know? And what
I-
what
That's what I
guys
love
agree.
about this film is it's highlighting these norms in society that what side of the coin are you on? Is not finding the rapist just as bad as raping the girl? That's what this film is asking. That's what she's asking. That's the point of the billboards, right?
No, yeah. Just
All three of them?
Maybe one of them, no. But all three, no, but genuinely, she's posing the question. While my daughter was, I don't even know if we can say raped on YouTube, by the way. We might have to,
no, yeah. What's the word?
Grape.
No, there's another one.
Grape.
essayed or whatever.
Is it down?
Might have to bleep them.
Yeah.
Here, let me look at
This is just in the film. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
But
this
I
is
think
the
it's a
whoever's-
essayed.
Maybe, but essayed is like feels light.
No, when you make it like the full version.
No, it feels light.
You think so?
There's more. Isn't like essayed the tamer version of?
Wouldn't it
No,
just be
that
no,
one?
that no,
Sexual
that's supposed to
abuse?
be the.
I guess you're right.
No, that's probably the lighter version. Sexual
sexually
abuse.
abused.
But like,
sexually assaulted.
see,
Sexually
that's
assaulted. Yeah.
Okay.
essayed.
Essayed. Well, that's one of the billboards, right? While my daughter was being essayed while she died.
See, that's
What?
it's heavy.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
You know, we can technically use it and say it because we don't monetize our podcast.
Oh yeah.
So it's
All right.
like people who say it and
True,
monetize. and-
Use it while we can, guys.
Well, we can't. True.
Yeah. No, but
That's
in all
terrible. I'm
seriousness,
sorry.
I do think that's the question, the societal question that this film is posing. Are you defending the cops? Are they justified? Woody Harrelson's character, you kind of root for him. Why? Because he has cancer? He himself is saying the system's fucked, and I root for him. I applaud you. Great fucking chess move.
Yeah.
You know? And by the same token, it's like, are you applauding the rapist if you're not?
Yeah.
No, you can't. There's no.
No, and then also if you want to stand behind the cops being
Yeah.
like they're the model for justice and they're doing all they can, like every other like citizen at the very beginning of the film, the first
Yeah.
act really, where it's just like, wow, so you know you
you're
don't
just gonna
support
put up these billboards.
yeah, you don't support the cops because they didn't solve your murder.
It's also
like, you know?
something that has just been in the news in the past few years is Blue Lives Matter, right? And do we demonetize the police and all this stuff? These are questions that are still happening every day.
True.
But again, whose side are you on? You gotta request there, buddy. Yeah, these are the societal questions that this film is asking,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think that ending is just like the perfect punch of like, what
Where do
side
you
are we
go-
going to be on with this
Yeah.
shit? Are we really going to go through with this? Are we really willing to be a part of the problem, or is this part of the solution?
I'll tell
Yeah.
you this. I would definitely take that route.
Yeah.
But I know that's not the right route.
What route? Of
Killing the
killing the
guy?
guy?
Some random guy. Yeah.
But he's
well,
not
that's
random.
that's the thing.
He's not random.
And then
He
plus-
committed the exact same act that caused this whole
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, but we go a little bit
And
further.
he admitted to it proudly.
But we go in. Yeah, true. But we just from a cop standpoint.
Yeah.
There's no evidence yet. Mm-hmm. He's going blindly in.
But you just saw how broken the system is. Are
For
you
sure,
still believing
for
in the
sure,
system?
For sure. But
Yeah, we're like
he's
this
part
guy-
of the bad system then.
No, and
A
that's
vigilante.
He is.
You know, it's still bad. Like you're not doing it the right way.
Right.
no, but even then, the worst part is he's supposed to be like for all the bragging he's doing, and like you know, it seems like he really did do something wrong.
Yeah.
Like they had that whole talk where it's like, well, I just talked with his commanding officer and his record's clean, meaning this guy is like serving his country, and he's protecting
He slid
America.
through the fucking cracks.
Yeah.
He slid through the fucking cracks. Right? He slid. By the way, I read something or saw something, a video of like, I think it was Ted Bundy. Like Ted Bundy saved a baby from a burning fire, and he fucking saved the life of a woman who was getting hit by a car or some shit. He did heroic acts before he murdered fucking 20 people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'll give you that. Like he still did say this
he
story.
just slid through the cracks of the system.
We don't know
No, we know. It's confirmed.
that he slid through the cracks. Yeah, but maybe he didn't. Rape
Oh,
her.
he was an outstanding officer defending his country.
I'm saying that
and
there's no evidence. He
record
didn't
clean.
go.
By the way, this
The only
film-
evidence he has is this thing that he's saying.
Let
while
me
he's
ask you.
drunk.
Let me ask you this something.
No,
let me ask
but
you
this
something.
film
Fine.
highlights-
No.
but yeah,
Let's
no.
lean into that. Let's lean into that. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you guys.
But
something.
just for the simple fact that he said it, yeah, that's gives it a little bit step further. Like, okay, you wouldn't just say that. So I
Well,
understand where you're
not
coming
just
from.
that. Even if he is, even if he's saying this for attention, That's the angle you're going to use to show off? Is that you raped a girl and your friends watched and they got off on it?
It's just someone being done with their friend, I guess.
He wasn't, though.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't show the evidence.
But that's just as bad, isn't it?
No, but it's just the whole thing with like Brent Kavanaugh. I know that's a little wild. Like, there's no evidence.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he did rape the women, fuck yeah, dude. Hang him up, cut his balls off.
But if he's going around talking about
But
raping women?
They also
For sure,
talk.
that's what I'm saying. That's the only one that...
That's why they also talk about the. I'm sorry.
No. Go on.
That's why they talk about the big problem in the system where it's their word against mine, and they brought that at the beginning because
Exactly.
that's like they talk about, man, so many different populations. Like when she was saying, oh yeah, like my husband that was like a wife beater, and it's like
ex-wife
yeah,
beater.
and we've heard that story multiple times where there's just like policemen who they're like, oh, it's a great guy, like he serves this community, but then you find out, oh wait, well he beats his wife, and it's like, yeah, but we're gonna protect him because he's really good law enforcement.
But wouldn't... Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to throw a scenario at you, Castro,
Okay.
and tell me what you would do.
Yeah. I already told
You get a phone call
Okay.
from the hospital saying your mom's in the hospital.
Oh, damn.
Okay. You show up, they tell you, oh, some army guy beat her up. We don't know who, but there was eyewitnesses.
I'm beating all the army guys I see. I'm telling you, I would do the exact same thing, but it's not the moral right thing to do.
According to who? That's the question.
According to who?
Let me finish this one.
Yeah.
Just like the whole Brent Kavanaugh. For sure, if he did it, cut his balls off and hang him. But if he didn't,
You just cut the balls off of a guy.
I'm an innocent man. I would feel worse for that guy.
Okay. That's the thing.
That's the whole thing. Like
we get some of that, right? Where she lights the fucking buildings on fire, and this piece of shit who she kind of hates is in there, and he's like, "Oh no, there's still a human being in there." And then he comes out with her file.
Yeah.
It's like, now I feel like shit. I got him all wrong, right? You know, and he had this epiphany, which is why he got the file, right? But
Right.
the weird question, that's what I love about this film, and you can only really do this in cinema. Documentaries especially pose these questions. They're like, who's right?
Yeah.
Who's right about this? Because you're right. Morally according to the system that we were brought up on. Morally according to a system we think works. But this film is showing you that the system doesn't work.
For sure.
So morally, fuck you. Fuck the system. Even
But it's not even the system.
Yeah, it is.
It's just you personally.
Because the
At the
system.
but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right or wrong, no
You
system.
know what's crazy?
I
The
weird-
got the gun.
The
I'm
weird
gonna
part
go.
about that is, think about this for a second. Let's dive a little deeper.
Yeah.
The new sergeant, right? The boss, the new captain, wherever he is. He basically is trying to give this information like, look, man, I know you've been on this shit, so I'm not going to say much, but it didn't happen in this state.
Yeah.
He got caught on some shit in another state. He got caught on SA.
No,
shit.
he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Didn't he say, like, there's no records of him, there's no DNA or records of him in this?
Yeah,
What do you think he meant by that?
He didn't do it.
He didn't
here.
do it here, so we can't prosecute him here.
But they're also not saying that the guy's clean.
Yeah.
But they're not saying that he is.
He had a clean
Nah.
record in the army, in the military. But as a civilian, he's like, I can't get him on any charges here because in the state of Missouri, he hasn't committed a crime. In what did it say in Idaho, right? In Idaho.
No, for sure. Just so
know.
we can move on. I'm still big on you still have to have evidence.
There's the evidence, though.
But
But
okay,
he got prosecuted for something else.
He got
I wasn't in court. I don't know what
But
happened.
not
over
only
there.
did he get prosecuted for something else, he does have a record of a crime of similar nature in another state.
Did that really be said? I
Yeah.
thought
Yes.
they just said that in that state because he can't divulge the information from other states.
no, but
No,
he
he
was
didn't
still
say that.
like,
No, to the cop because he's not a cop anymore.
Oh yeah.
Right, but he's basically saying like, yeah, dude. I mean, he did, but he did confirm he's not Angela. Is Angela the daughter?
yeah, it's not.
It's not
Angela's killer.
No, race or killer, rapist, whatever. Right? He didn't do it to Angela, but he has done it in another state.
All right, just to hit a middle ground.
Yeah,
Yes, I understand. It's another rapist, so he's still doing a good thing. It's still not the rapist, and it's still. It's just almost like it's not his problem.
This is the weird part. This film is so fucking grounded in reality that when we're watching Taxi Driver, we're rooting for Travis Bickle to kill all the fucking pimps and save the young girl. But when this guy wants to kill one guy for knowing that he raped somebody.
But it's just
why are we? Because it's so grounded in reality,
know what?
right? It's
It's
so
not
real.
his case. It's
But you know
another
what?
Case that he has no
There's
idea
another. There's another. Let's shift the focus a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
I'm right
man,
and he's wrong, for
I
sure.
mean, in the conversation, I'm realizing like how many different groups are highlighted.
Right.
The suicide. I don't know. We can say that, right?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's interesting because
Great,
there
great,
is
great
another
set of
big
scenes.
debate in our society about like euthanasia, right?
There's a debate?
Or euthanasia
Yeah.
or
That if you want to like take your own life, like medical practice, I think it's called euthanasia.
That's for somebody else.
Well, no, euthanasia usually applies to old people.
Yeah,
Well, that and when people
they're-
get the life sentence or whatever.
yeah, or no, they're
Death
terminally
penalty.
ill.
Oh.
There's like
Yeah,
for
when
people
they're
who are
telling-
like terminally ill and like
They don't wanna suffer
yeah,
anymore.
they don't want to suffer. They don't want to have to
Pulling the plug.
pulling the plug.
but this
No,
this
that
isn't euthanasia.
no. In
Well, it kind
in
of is.
America, you're not really allowed to do that. In most states, like I think it has to be an
It's seen as a
extreme
mental
case.
illness.
Yeah, it has to be an extreme case before they would give you the permission to take your life medically or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know in like
Basically
Canada,
like a DNR, right?
yeah,
Like a what?
DNR. Do not resuscitate type of thing.
yeah. But again, you have to get to the point where like again you have a heart attack and then it's like you can decide don't resuscitate. But
Yeah.
if you like found out today you were terminally ill, you would just kind of have to go through the rest of that.
But that's
and
the
then
part, though. That's the thing, right? I mean, I know where you're getting at, but I don't think it's as extreme. I think the extreme part is just taking your life. What's anybody gonna do? Right? Like the society doesn't have a hand at that. Somebody decides to go in the room and kill himself.
No,
Yeah, I'm trying to
but it's
understand the
interesting.
angle.
Like that's still illegal. Like it's illegal. It's illegal to take your own life.
But what really happens? They put
No,
you in a
and that's
mental
what
hospital.
No, and that's the thing. It's
Where is
like,
it legal? Where is it illegal though?
No, it is. It is.
Everywhere,
Like,
yeah.
it is a thing. Like
you're
if
still killing somebody.
dude.
No, but where is it legal though?
Where is it legal?
there are states where they won't dictate.
Like if you kill yourself, hey, somebody pay for the funeral.
Yeah, essentially,
No.
like,
Okay,
but
'cause
like
you
in
were saying
Texas,
that,
for
like, what?
instance, in Texas, if somebody gets a call, and I know this kind of very personally, if somebody gets a call, hey, I just got a text from my buddy who wants to fucking kill himself, a cop will show up at your door,
Yeah.
and take you in,
Yeah,
and it to the hospital,
21
like take you to the hospital and fucking
5150. I know that from Steve-O.
sort of right, but that's more of a
you're a
more
danger
of a,
to yourself.
Yeah, but that's more of a.
Psycho.
Well, it's kind of in the same vein.
They
but,
still get you. Yeah.
But they'll put a cop in your hospital room, make sure you don't try to fucking leave. Like they'll do a whole
Yeah, the
thing
whole
so that
suicide
you
watch
don't
and
kill
everything.
Yeah.
yourself. And then they'll release you after like a few hours. But yeah, I mean that in and of itself, right? The law is getting involved with your decision to euthanize yourself.
Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
and then there are
Okay.
certain countries that you are allowed.
That the government will
That's
kill you at their
fucking
request. No, I'm
Crazy.
kidding.
Oh, like,
no, there's certain countries where it's allowed that you can go in and you can give a reason why you feel like you don't want to exist and all that, and then they will give you a proper medical procedure. Like after you sign away everything all kosher, then a proper procedure where you take 2 drinks, and then after 30 minutes you're just dead, and then that's fine, and then they'll bury you and package you up and all that kind of stuff, and you're good. But again,
I need to confirm this. Is this true, Dawson? That you pay a doctor to kill you?
In some places you can.
yeah, but like.
Not in the US.
I really did
Not
not
in the
know.
US.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah.
I did like a paper on it. That's why I was invested. But
Yeah.
It's over, especially like genuinely. This doesn't sound like an asshole thing. It's in overpopulated countries, China, Indonesia. Like yeah.
in
I
France,
could kinda
they for
see
do
it.
it in France.
In France,
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I don't doubt France is also very overpopulated as a country.
Well, but yeah, like it's for one of those things that I know people will go over and they can do everything properly. Like again, when people get terminally diagnosed, you have to live with it. But here,
Oh, like in
that's-
Futurama, they have suicide booths.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
intro.
really what it
but
is.
On the first
rounding
episode.
it back, like in here,
Yeah.
the guy kills himself. Like ethically bad action.
Yeah.
But then you don't really feel like, oh, it's a bad thing for a
Yeah.
bad person, because then when you're listening to the letter he
To the
wrote, he's like,
voiceover.
hey, isn't it nice that you got to have
I
one good day?
love that juxtaposition,
yeah.
man. Like
That
the
was
music,
weird.
the
That was
music is
weird.
emotional, but tone of his voice was like,
Hey.
I decided to do this.
Yeah,
and
like
it's a good country.
we
day.
had a fun game with our kids. I think they cheated. Also, you and me, we made love, and it was great, right?
That's
Let's
how you
think
remember
about
me.
that.
That's how I
Don't
remember
be sad,
you.
but that was the best day of my life. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
like and that's
it's so so bittersweet and morbidly beautiful.
Yeah.
In a
No,
sense,
and then
you know?
whenever you hear the letters again, it doesn't sound like a crazy guy who committed suicide. It sounds like, hey,
a guy who
it's
knew it, I got
Yeah.
it figured out. Had it figured
dead
out.
guy here. Just wanted to give you advice, after from the great beyond.
Yeah.
But again, it's another group where
To
you
your
have
argument,
to decide.
what he's saying, to your argument, in the suicide scenario, to your argument, you should get involved. You should save his life. Somebody should have saved his life. The wife should have known suicidal tendencies,
Yeah.
whatever. Like to your argument,
was it better to
comparatively,
stop him?
comparing this argument to the rape argument, where you're like, well, it's not up to us. We shouldn't decide who dies and who lives, and if it's a case, it's not ours. In this scenario, why would you'd probably defend like, well, this guy shouldn't fucking kill himself. Like that's not.
That's a little wild. That's a
Okay.
little far.
It's
This
parallel.
guy-
They're
I'm trying to figure it
parallel.
out where you're going.
This
They're
with
guy-
that.
paralleled. They're easily paralleled.
This guy is about to take his own life,
Yeah.
and
When you compare that to them going to
what do you
kill
think-
somebody.
What do you think my opinion on that is?
No, that's not the point.
the question is like, if this guy's, he's going to take his life.
Yeah.
Do you think it's right to just like, hey, go ahead because you're terminally ill and you don't want to suffer anymore,
Okay,
or say, nope, I'm gonna stop him because it's
Based
not
on
his right.
society's
I
moral
don't think you guys
beliefs.
understand what I'm saying.
No, we get it. We get it totally, but that's the whole point, right?
So
people don't ask themselves these questions enough. They don't. They just think that, oh, well, society taught me that killing is wrong. Okay.
No, okay. So,
All
so
right.
Off of you
that
guys'
also is
example.
based on religion. That's also based on the Ten Commandments. Like,
Let's not go there because that's in a whole
yo,
other podcast.
that's where we get most of our moral beliefs, dude.
But I'm just saying.
as a country, as a fucking country.
Yep.
So what you guys are saying is, since this guy supposedly, because he supposedly heard that he's got another case in another state,
Right. It's justified?
they should think he's gonna do it again.
Yes.
Okay, you guys are missing my point. He doesn't even know what the case is. They just told him, hey, he's got another case somewhere else.
About
Rape.
rape?
Okay.
Yes.
It's still he said, she said until he was convicted and he's in jail and oh shit,
Dude,
I
but
feel-
when you hear, that's the thing. The writing's on the wall, right? When you hear
For
he's
sure,
convicted,
but what
when
if
you,
you're
wait,
wrong?
wait.
That's the whole
that's
thing.
That's the issue. That's the issue here, right?
Yeah.
When he's
I'm trying to figure out how you guys compared it to the suicide thing.
well, because it's a moral question that you think you have a handle on, right? Nobody has a handle on it. It's a matter of what you think is right or wrong, and even that can be filtered. It's a matter of what you, as a human, as a
not
member
be
of
high enough.
society, thinks what's right or wrong. And these films are posing the question: what fucking side are you on? Because nobody's right in this scenario.
So let me get this right.
The only girl that's right is the dead girl. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no fucking justified human being in this scenario.
I'm just saying, dude.
Her putting up those billboards.
Go to that extreme.
Yeah.
Also-
no, wait.
To that
I was getting there.
extreme.
It's confirmed by an officer of the law, a high-powered officer of the law. Yep, he got convicted on some other shit in another state relating to this fucking thing. But I can't do anything about it because it's not in this state. Hold on. Hold on. He got convicted. For sure. He got convicted. He's running around telling people of the crime he was convicted for.
Okay, no, I understand you. I'll finish it with this.
Yeah.
It's one of those scenarios where people say, "Oh, we've seen this in like action movies and stuff like that."
Uh-huh.
All right, kill me. You have the chance to kill me.
Uh-huh.
If he kills him or not, does he feel better afterwards?
No, that's why the scene in the
Are they
car
gonna
is so
feel better?
important.
Are they gonna
That's
feel
why
better?
the scene in the car is so important. That's why them asking themselves, "Hey, are you sure? Are we going through with this?"
Just the simple fact of even thinking of doing something like that.
Everybody fucking does it,
Also-
including yourself.
For sure.
Including
Also-
yourself. But why? Because society says morality is fuck
No,
morality.
I think
not even
more than
society.
anything,
You
I think
as
more,
yourself.
more than anything,
I gotta
he's
know 100% before I hit the trigger.
okay. No, but here's
100%.
here's the problem
Yeah.
with SA cases, right? It's a word battle. You're saying he did it, and they're saying no, I didn't. And the only two people that were there in the room when it happened was them.
Exactly.
Then the whole problem with getting absolute proof is then saying,
DNA.
yeah, it's DNA, but it's also like you know, if you can't prove it with
Can
DNA,
we recreate the scenario?
Yeah.
The system is fucked.
Wow,
On any level.
I'm learning a lot about you guys.
On any
No, no,
level.
no,
I know the system is rigged, but still, you guys gotta be.
Okay, how do you prove it?
It's
How
not
do you
e-
prove
it's not
it?
even
It's
about
not even about the system. It's about your own morals.
It's not even about. But what are your
I'm gonna
morals?
shoot this guy that's supposed to
No.
be a rapist, but he's not the rapist of the one that I'm looking at.
What are your
but
morals
I'm just gonna
based
get my
on?
revenge on this motherfucker.
No, but it's not. That's
It's
not,
not-
the
it's
point.
not
That's,
about
that's not
revenge.
the point of the scene.
feels like it.
The point of the scene is where they're pointing their emotions at. This is a high emotional situation, right?
Yeah.
They're pointing their emotions at like, well, fuck it. I've had this thought. We can't control the system. We can't control anything else, right?
That sounds like mayhem to me.
That sounds like externalizing what every fucking human thinks about
For
in that
sure,
scenario.
but we don't go through with it.
They're not either.
They're fucking halfway.
Oh, dude,
There's
you
a
just
shotgun in the back
contradicted
trunk.
yourself.
Nah,
You just contradicted
I
yourself.
didn't.
You didn't see
Lay
them
it
go
out for
through
me.
with it.
Lay it out for me.
You didn't see them shoot the guy. You didn't see them kill this guy.
No, but you just said they're not going through with it.
Innocent
but they're already
until
going
proven
halfway
guilty.
through with it.
Innocent until good. They didn't kill the guy. You didn't see them kill the guy.
But they're going over there.
They're going.
already starting
And
the
what makes you
process of
think
it.
that in 10 minutes of driving down the road,
that's
they
a
don't
weak
turn around?
argument. That's a weak
What
argument.
no, it's
That's
not.
a
What
weak
makes
ass-
you think that in 10 minutes? Because they already asked themselves the question.
Dude,
they already asked
just
themselves.
for the simple fact that they got the gun and put it in the trunk
Uh-huh.
is enough.
According to the law, that's intent
That's a
to
big
kill.
difference from them being in their own house and not doing anything like
That's
that.
intent to kill. What? That's intent to kill according to the law. But if somebody repents, if they're driving down,
You just contradicted your own
No, I
self.
didn't.
People.
if a guy's driving down the road to kill another guy,
Right.
He's driving to his house and he has the gun in the back. He's
Right.
ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
High emotions.
Yeah.
And then he on the
That-
way there, he asks himself, "Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to fuck up my life? Do I want to kill some guy?" And then he turns around.
And the cops stop him. Is he still went over
I
there
went
for-
hunting. Who cares?
the moral justice of it.
What moral justice? That's the point of this film. There is no fucking moral justice.
In the
I'm
justice
creating
system,
my
in the
moral
justice
justice.
system. But for you,
The fuck justice system?
yeah, the fuck justice
Wait,
system.
so wait, I have a question then, because I think what you're getting down to is intent. So if you had a bad feeling, right? Let's say some guy.
Because you
Please give me
admitted.
a strong argument.
Because you
that was not a
admitted.
strong argument.
That was
No.
perfect,
No,
I
hell no.
sealed argument.
No.
You admitted that you would do the same fucking thing.
Yes. But I'm not saying I'm morally right.
Oh
No,
my
but-
gosh.
I'm saying I know I'm gonna fuck up
An eye for an eye, right? Isn't that?
if it's to the same person. I'm for eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. If it's the same person, if it's some random guy that did the same thing to somebody else,
Her whole argument about finding the guy
And not
that
knowing if it's-
her whole argument about finding the guy that did this to his daughter was that so it doesn't happen to another fucking girl.
for sure.
That's her intention. Was like, I don't want this guy going around raping all the little girls in our town.
Because-
and this other guy,
That's a different angle. That's a different angle.
this other guy's about to do the same thing.
But I'm just saying he
Proven.
doesn't know. He doesn't know 100%. That
when it
disagree with
tastes
me.
like a
100%. Would you pull the trigger with 99% guaranteed? Nobody. Anybody smart
hey
would do
man,
that.
cops do it all the time.
But that's because that's in their job. They're,
What? No, what's your question though? What was your
What?
question?
Please elaborate. So this
But
guy is in that
cops do
situation.
it.
This cop is in that
Cops-
situation.
High stress situations.
He's in a
Dude.
high stress situation. In
Which
the
guy?
car.
Which guy?
Well, Sam Rockwell, the one that lost his badge. He's in a high stress situation. Driving from one state to the other, like a cop when he has to pull somebody over. It's that quick that he's in a high stress situation.
Why are cops not asking themselves this moral question? Why? Because they have time. They kill innocent people all the time. All the time.
But that's in a split decision.
That's in a split decision.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just an accident. But they got to think quickly.
And is that right? Is that better that it's an accident? Whoopsie doopsie, you
It's
know?
more
like,
understandable.
Is it? Its system is fucked.
I'm understanding how you guys are thinking.
The system
you guys
is
are anti-cop.
Fuck no, not in the slightest. We're defending a guy that's not a cop anymore. For one, we're defending
Then
a
go
like.
shoot somebody else that's not even part. Like then he doesn't know if he's actually a rapist.
At least he didn't have a badge, because then if he had a badge, it'd be fine, right?
No.
No,
if it
because
wa-
he wasn't 100% sure, but he's in a high stress
if in
situation.
this film you would have
Yeah.
seen Woody Harrelson alive, Woody Harrelson's character go and chase the guy with France McDormand, would that have been justified?
If he goes and chases who?
The rapist in another state. Would you have had more respect?
Yeah,
'Cause he's a cop.
If he's going as a cop and he's gonna go ask questions.
no!
You think they're gonna show up and ask questions?
Wait,
They
what
got a
was?
shotgun in the trunk.
Wait, what was that movie we watched? I think it was Midnight Creatures or the one about the
Nightcrawler.
No, the one about the book
Night Creatures.
where it's the actor you met, the one in Shape of Water.
Austin.
That he is a cop.
Okay, I get it.
And he's like, "Hey, let's go after these people."
They're comparing
like,
a split decision.
I'm about to die.
Oh, Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon.
Oh, about the daughter, the Nocturnal Animals.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, Nocturnal Animals, where he's like, "Hey,
You were rooting for that fucking character killing somebody, and he was sick too.
exactly."
That's weird.
But he stayed a cop.
But he
like
stayed a
didn't
cop.
he didn't toss in the badge.
You're rooting for Michael Shannon's character in that film, buddy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
No, he won it because it was his last because he was dying or something, right?
Yeah.
I was rooting for Jake Gyllenhaal to find the actual killer, not to just kill anybody. But Michael Shannon was like, "Yo, this is my last one. I want you to kill." No, I'm not. I'm a 100% guy. If you know 100%, pull the trigger.
But
Was that the
If there's
question you were
doubt,
getting?
I just don't like that cops don't have to be 100%, but we have
Yeah,
to be
that's
100%.
wow,
That's
you guys
not
want to really
justified,
want
man.
to dive into that?
No, I'm
How
just
could a cop be
no, sir.
100% when he's in a split decision
so
situation?
That's such
what-
a
that's-
scapegoat, man.
No, what do you
That's such a
mean?
scapegoat
No,
for
I'm
any
just
cop.
saying like
Oh man, you guys haven't seen enough videos, bro.
no, I'm just saying like so if I get a
video's
badge,
not going to show you the state of mind of a cop.
if I get a badge, then I'm more like it's better if I kill people because
Who's saying that?
no, but like what's the difference? What's like the
Because he
what's-
shot somebody trying to
No, I'm just saying
stop a
Because it's
crime
not,
or whatever.
Your argument is that it's not premeditated.
Yeah, exactly.
put
There you go,
like
that's pretty good.
put a civilian and an officer in a high stress situation with the same firearm and
The
the
cop is
same
gonna react better.
okay, but like
Because of his training,
Exactly.
right? Not because of his moral decisions.
As well.
Oh, no, man. No, I'm sorry. I don't see cops as
So
superheroes.
cops don't have
I
any
see
moral
cops-
decisions?
I see. There's very few of them now.
Oh no, so you're one of the okay. So that's what we're
There's-
saying. Like you guys thinking of like there's a lot of bad cops out there. I'm saying there's
Oh,
some
absolutely.
cops out there. Yeah, for sure.
There's good
but you're
cops
saying
out
like
there.
a lot of them.
There's more bad cops than good cops. Absolutely, I believe that. I believe
disagree.
that wholeheartedly.
Let's keep
Absolutely.
with this thing.
Yeah, I mean that's what this thing's about. That's what this thing is asking. It's showing you
it's a
10
small town with
it's
bad
also-
cop with a bad
with
system.
10 bad cops.
So all of a sudden, all the
You know-
cities
No,
in the-
because Woody Harrelson's character wasn't a bad cop.
Like-
The black guy wasn't a bad cop.
All right.
Right? Yeah, I mean, there's good cops out there. Absolutely. That's. By the way, we're also getting too much into the weeds about that.
Yeah.
This film is posing the question: morality. What side of what you think of what society thinks morality exists?
That's
in?
what I think.
okay.
That's why you're a human in society.
Let's get out of police talk because it's gonna get stressful.
No, but we're not talking about that anymore. We're not talking about the
No, I
police
know, I
factor.
know.
We're talking
But
about the
let me-
morality of it all.
Let me add another one because
Yeah.
I know I brought up the suicide one, and that one's not.
It's
Apparently,
more black and white.
It's more black and white.
It's a little more black and white, I think.
I don't think so. But
Suicide? Yes, it is. Of course it is.
that it's wrong.
Is it?
That's the gray area. No, but the next one, the other one that like happens to a lot of people is, or at least in my communities, the justification of like priest after they did something wrong and how they brought
relocate
that up.
them?
Yeah.
Oh, don't even
And
start
it's-
on that, dude.
No,
Ooh.
and that's interesting too because again.
Yeah.
You're listening to somebody who's supposed to be like a moral voice. Like, really, you want to go and defame somebody and go through all this, and then it's like, really, like, let's. That's what is it called?
You want to defame the Catholic religion
The
because
pot
of one
calling
man.
the kettle black. You know.
Right.
I don't know. It's just I think
Again, it's
moments
just
like those
yeah.
are like what you said. The audience has to decide whose side are you on, because if you're on Frances McDormand's side, you're saying you're really doing a blanket statement of her rage and fury, where she just wants to damn everybody until she finds the one that she really wants to like go after. And if you're on the other side, well, then you're saying that it's okay to turn a blind eye sometimes. And
This is my argument. No. But this is good. This is good. This is my argument about what the point of this film is.
Yeah.
The point of this film is not. It's a really cool sleight of hand, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting you so invested in this story and these characters. It's getting you so riled up for them, and starting to decide morally what's the right thing to do. And the point of the film isn't that. The point of the film, sure, it's posing questions throughout the film. It's posing questions in every scene for you to decide, oh man, fuck that guy. No, that guy's good. No, fuck her. Fuck this. And then by the time we get to the end, the only thing it's doing is saying, hey, stupid, this is how you process emotion. hey, human, this is how you process emotion. Whether you do it or don't, this is what your fucking mind is. This is what you're going through. Okay. This is what you would go through. Yeah. This is what you would do. I'd pack the gun, even if like you don't go to extremes, like you say, right? I'll pick up the gun in my house and I'll pack it in my car and I won't leave the driveway. But I'm
there's so many like
this high emotion when you're in a high emotion, high stress situation. And high stress because they just went through a whirlwind of emotions. Oh, I have some DNA. Oh, the guy who was a fucking villain has now turned into the anti-hero in this scenario and wants to do better and wants to help me find this case. The only guy that we thought would have probably done that was Woody Harrelson's character, you know, and then he's dead. So what now? She has no support.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those crazy factors of like, hey, yeah, root for the cops or root for the bad guys or root for the whoever you're rooting for. And then getting to a point where like, hey, it doesn't matter who you are. If your daughter dies and it's confirmed that she's raped and burned and we don't find the killer, your emotions are going to be at its highest level. Okay. How are you going to process this? You're probably going to process this the exact same way they are. And whatever the action is, it almost doesn't matter. Whatever they end up doing almost doesn't matter.
Like when she kicks the kids in the groin. Yeah. Because it's like...
the female.
Yeah, and the female. Well, yeah. Both kids in the groin. But... it's exactly that. This is how you're going to process emotion.
No, for sure.
This is how you're going to process this situation. And I don't know a human being that wouldn't do that. Unless you are very strong-willed in your religion or in your moral beliefs that you're like, no, it's not my place. God would... no, fucking no. You're thinking of killing that motherfucker. Be honest about that. And that's why guys like Martin McDonagh are like, can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? I can't set this film in New York. I can't set this film in LA because we've already seen what that looks like. Revenge and this and that. No, but if I set it in the small town where people know their neighbors and it's a slice of pie of America, how would they process this? How are they processing this on this micro scale? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're probably going to process it the same way.
And everybody's going to be placing their own
town in Missouri. But it's so human. It's so universal. How we process grief, how we process revenge, how we process would I do it?
Oh,
you know,
like
would I fucking do it?
Like the dentist has no skin in the game when it comes to any opinion on this story. He's a dentist, but he's ready to just like assert his viewpoints by like
fucking her teeth up.
Yeah, like just jacking up a tooth and then being like, wait, aren't you supposed to put Novocaine or something? Fine. And then puts it in, let's wait a couple of minutes, 30 seconds later, like, okay, now, hey, you should really be nicer to cops. And then just like go in. It's like, go ahead.
Can I put another angle?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen this in movies or not, but it's one of those where what would her daughter want her to do? Obviously catch the killer.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't want her to ruin her life.
Yeah.
By killing some other random person.
Yeah. It's also an unfair question.
You know what I mean? That's see it from that perspective.
It's an unfair question because I don't...
Because like that's what my mom taught me.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah.
It's one of those like
that's a weird territory.
Yeah.
I'm not a father. I don't know.
Yeah, you are. You have 4 dogs.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't count.
But
it absolutely counts, man.
Man, I'm gonna sound like an asshole. Whatever.
You're just worried about that right now.
Just now, I'm sounding like an asshole. The daughter's not mature enough to handle any of this. That's not fair. It's a very unfair question.
Yes,
she's
dude.
fucking 15.
Wow.
She's 13, whatever, however, she's 16, whatever. I don't know what.
No, and then I mean,
now I see what you say.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
It's an unfair question, right? Like that's a religious question. Not religious, but we grow up on this Catholic who's wrong and right situation.
Morals.
Based on fucking religion, which is also a broken system. We were highlighting that in the pre-section of this film.
But I mean, I think you're old enough to understand once you're a certain age. But
what age?
You do know that, like...
That's, again, getting into the weeds of it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Now, like, morals and ethics are very different things. Like, moral is very subjective, and depending on, like, what culture,
it's
country...
just one of those things. You die, your mom's looking for the killer.
Yeah.
And she doesn't find the killer, but she finds somebody else that did the exact type of murder.
I root her on.
You would?
Yep.
Even though she's going to
go
spend the whole life in jail. She's probably going to get raped in jail as well.
Hey, I'm dead.
Hey, yo.
My bad. Just, you know.
S8. No, but no, we don't know.
No, but that's a good question, right? But what you say? Just morally. Would you want your mom just for her to kill somebody else and then spend the rest of her life in jail?
It's
so
You wouldn't want to be like, hey, man, no.
No,
Hey,
no.
you didn't find my killer.
Again,
Live your life.
kind of like what Carlos was saying earlier.
Grief
Is
a
that
bitch,
No,
man.
better?
for sure.
Is that better that that's the course of action you take, and then in society, what
Not
you're
wanting
doing?
your mom to spend the rest of your life in jail? My
No,
No,
but
no,
look,
hear me out,
look,
hear me out,
well,
hear me
not
out.
for nothing. Somebody
Hear me out.
is like strong-willed as Francis McDormand's character. What did Sam Rockwell say?
yeah.
Stubborn as a boot.
Yeah.
You know, a stubborn as no boot. Someone as strong-willed as that dude, they're gonna make their decision anyways, right?
Yeah.
And at the very least, coming from a son, right? Coming from a son's perspective, at the very least, she's gonna get closure, and she's not gonna continue living her life.
That's the whole thing.
No,
Really?
but hear me
Yeah,
out.
I think so.
If it's not a rapist,
If it's not her rapist, you
it's
mean?
another one. How's that closure?
You know what's funny is that if we're not careful, if she's not careful, this could it might turn into a serial thing.
Yeah,
I'm not satisfied with the one thing.
Exactly.
You know, that's
It's not gonna until she finds her killer.
Right.
Like, hear me out. Okay, let's say
Yeah, that was a horrible one, dude. Just like-
let's
I'm just
say
like,
you hear okay.
The what?
I see they lose. They
The
don't
mom
have an example.
Okay,
bro.
no, I'm
right,
saying the mom.
Even if I'm wrong, I'm right. In
Let's
some
say
way.
the mom says, "You know what? You're right. I should like
Live my life.
forgive and go on because that's what our religious morals teach us, that you should just kind of forgive and let go on."
or anybody singing.
And then what really happens is that the person who didn't have a good moral judgment, who did this bad thing,
They're still doing it. Still out there.
they'll continue. And then that's just what happens. Then that's what your forgiving, kind nature led to in society, is that you allowed somebody bad to go
You're
on.
going that route.
It's been confirmed that the cops aren't going to do anything about it, right? We can confirm that, right?
Yeah,
At least in
because
this scenario.
then
We've been confirmed that they're not going to take this any farther. Maybe the black dude will. Maybe he'll be like, no, I'm stepping in and I'm going to take over this
because when
town.
they talk about that guy, they're just like, oh, well, he's in a different state. Everybody could have just been like, well, it's Ohio's
God
problem.
bless him. God bless him.
All right, let's move past this. Let's keep going with the film. Like,
Morality. This is the film.
Yeah.
No, that's why. Oh, this is the last thing I'll say about it. If
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
really want
But
to move
don't
on.
worry, I told my mama, don't kill anybody.
This is the last thing I'll say before we move on.
Yeah.
If we really want to move on, but
yeah, my bad.
this is why philosophy is so underappreciated in society today, because there's morals that we've defended for thousands of years because of religion, because of tradition, because of whatever.
But I just feel like you hit a certain age where it's not even about religion. It's already what I've learned from experience.
because
that's called not social penetration theory. What is it? There's this idea that as you grow, there's different stages in your life that people will be able to influence you. And like the first stage is your parents. And like whatever your parents say, that's how you start developing what's right and what's wrong, what you should be doing. And then you go to school, and then school will have its own structure. And then after that, you go into like life and society. And then what controls you in those areas is like laws, because you can do whatever you want, but the second you break a law, society will come and like kind of constrict on you. Now, the important part about the first chapter, family, is that that's very much based on wherever their moral compass is lying. Like if it's religion, if it's politics, whatever their alignment is.
it's kind of like the
That's-
what do you call it?
Yeah.
What do you call it for a building? You need a
Foundation?
A foundation.
Foundation,
Yeah, they're going to be the ones to set the foundation.
Your moral foundation,
But
right?
religion
Yeah.
is very much a part of that, depending on like if that's where
And
you're
by the
from.
way-
And I think there's another stage.
What
Once
is-
you start thinking about your own stuff, like, oh, okay, you start
No, but-
questioning things about
Well,
religion.
okay. Well, posing the same question that you posed, right? Because that's the weird kind of factor of it. When you're in this stage of life, and you're wondering, like, you're seeing a film like this, and you're like, what you would want your mom to go through life without any closure.
Freedom, not in jail.
The freedom of the mind is a bitch, man. Especially when you're grieving, right?
Torture of the body is
By
no
the
joke
way,
either.
It's called political socialization.
Political.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love that. No, that's pretty cool.
But she's constant. She's not gonna live a happy life. She's not gonna live a peaceful life.
It's okay, Carlos. It's okay. if
That's
I'm right.
okay?
It's 78 episodes in, bro.
Okay.
I could be right on this one.
Let me
but-
ask a question. I think it's
think we're
far
more.
far enough away,
Yeah.
but it'll still answer some things. In the Truman Show, He can decide after finding out, let's say, the truth, what he believes is the truth, which is that his world's fake. He can decide to just kind of go back to normal, and stay in that world. Everything will go on.
Yeah,
and he'll find love, he'll find jobs. They'll put him through situations, but he'll be okay. He'll be taken care of. Or he can choose to go outside and live reality. Reality's not fun. Nobody said that reality was going to be better. It's just real.
Yeah.
What side do you feel like you're supposed to lie in? Do you stay
You're
with
his character. If you're Jim Carrey's character.
Yeah. Do you
You're
stay
Truman.
in the world that is
created
fake,
for you?
but you'll always be safe and
It's a really good
happy?
question.
Or are you going to be in the real world? Just for the sake of being in the real world.
Without thinking about it, reality.
That's
Reality.
See, that's
I'll
the
take-
issue here is that if you're living the life that says, sure, people did bad things and we're just not going to think about it, then you're saying, I'm going to mentally create the place that I will feel safe and secure in.
That's the definition of morals.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're not questioning morals, you're again, man.
When you're not participating in the game.
Yeah, when you're not participating in the discussion, right? When you're not questioning, I don't know, man. I'm of the school of thought that I think I'm in the same boat as you are. I'm in a stage of life where I question fucking everything.
Yep.
I question everything in our society. I question my own moral beliefs. I question growing up in a Christian background.
Yeah.
And that influencing my beliefs and whether I should be challenging those beliefs. I challenge society. I challenge everything, man. Like, it has nothing to do with being a taxpayer now. It has everything to do with it's that same principle of that we talked about in I think in my dinner with Andre. We defend this prison that is society. We build this fucking faulty societal thing, and we never question it. We defend that life is grand and the United States of America is amazing and everything we do is righteous, and it's bullshit. And that's the question you're posing with the Truman Show, right? Do we continue to protect the society that people think is right just because there's a book of laws that we're supposed to be following? Or morally, do we take matters into our own hands? This isn't quite Taxi Driver where he takes matters in his own hands.
Yeah.
But they're on the brink, man. They're on the brink of a society that has failed them multiple times in this 2-hour picture alone.
So what is the question?
The question is, are we questioning society enough to get to the bottom of an answer for this? Because, and again, it's subjective, right? It's
Yeah.
completely subjective, whatever your morals are. I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, man. Fuck society. They're going to go. I'm saying, are you questioning society enough to get to their place of mind? Are you questioning the system that has failed you time and time again in this 4-day span alone?
I feel
I'm
like-
questioning everything.
Uh-huh.
And the only question I kind of come up to towards the end
Yeah.
is it right? Not morally, the whole parents whole thing
That's
is like,
good.
Yeah.
is it right that I'm
Bingo.
going to kill somebody?
Bingo.
What?
Now you get the point of the film. That's the point.
No. The point is that they still got in the car and they're already driving over
No,
there.
the point of
That's
the
already
film.
There's a
The
10
point
already.
of the film
And
is
there's
that
court of law, if you want to play that, Brown. In the court of law, they're already guilty.
the point. Yes, because of a law of a society that has
but
failed
I'm
you.
telling you, take away the law.
Yeah.
Just morally, they're gonna go kill somebody that's not even part
That's
of
the point of the film. The point of the film is it right?
And then plus,
Hell no.
They don't.
Cool.
You don't know if they do it
the,
or not.
The point of the film is you as a human
sure.
being are watching the film. You're watching the film. You're a human being watching the film. As a human being, is it right? That's the point.
Dude, even when the first time I watched it,
Yeah.
I asked the same question. Like, oh yeah, we would all do that. Well,
Uh-huh.
but then I would come to a realization before
Yeah.
I load up my car and be like, oh, okay, no, I thought that for a hot second.
Yeah.
But no, that's just gonna fuck up my life.
This film is exploring the hot second. It's taking it a step further. Another point
I
here is
also-
another unfair point here is this has happened to nobody in this room.
True.
Thankfully.
True.
You know what I'm saying? This has
Yeah,
happened
but
to
we all play those scenarios in
we
in
all
our
play
head.
those scenarios
Yeah.
in our mind. This is grounding the scenario. I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to show you how far somebody can take it. And I'm
Okay.
also going to show you that as a human, they're going to think the exact same thing you're doing. They're going to be driving down the road and like, probably not.
I also.
Probably not.
I guess okay, right? I guess yeah. Go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say I also like that this film, along with playing in these very heavy
moral gray
questions.
areas
Yeah,
and whatever.
it's really heavy questions. Like again, defending like cops and defending religion, defending these moral values and what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the also softer curves that we're not talking about, but I think is really interesting, is the dynamic between relationships and like the father dating a 19-year-old. It's legal.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's
yeah.
fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
So shouldn't that just be like, hey, he just decided to date like this young person? Like,
I love that.
It's very
I love
much
that
fine.
line she delivers. Right, she goes to the restaurant, and you think she's gonna cause a scene and break a bottle on their fucking heads or whatever, and she puts it down and she says, "Be good to this one."
Be good to her. Yeah.
She's 19. She doesn't deserve the shit. You know, she's what 4 years older than the daughter that got raped by a man. Damn. You know,
I didn't even think about it like that. Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's really funky. And then also another one is who's
a man probably around your age. You know,
who's wrong in the situation between Peter Dinklage and France McDormand? Like in the sense that she's going on that date out of like, oh, I have to
thank you.
like, yeah, like I have to satisfy this.
social contract.
But then with him, he in a way is dangling like, I could tell the police you set fire to the station, but I won't. And in fact, I'll defend you if you go out with me.
Right.
It's like, is he really playing a good card? Like, is she bad for doing that? Like, those are other things.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people who use emotional manipulation. But like when you look at Peter Dinklage, he's just a nice guy who likes her, and like he's like, hey, I got little problems, but I wasn't trying to. Anyway, I got a few problems here and there.
Please replay that like 3 times just in a row.
I got a few problems here and there, but I'm a nice guy who likes you. Why are you being so mean to me? You know, and
I'm not.
that's actually pretty
I don't consider myself in the slightest an anarchist, but
you do like.
You sounded like that was about the cops.
I still feel that way about just society in general, dude. I feel like when we're not asking questions, when we're not exploring these themes, society loses, man. Like humans don't evolve. They don't evolve to what's truly right, what's truly wrong. As an example, and this film kind of explores it, race, right? And we think we're so far ahead of slavery and the social context of what that even means for thousands of years before it. And again, the civil rights era. Oh, we're so far ahead. We're so evolved. We're so inclusive. Bullshit. Go to any small town in this country.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
And go to
It's
30
still-
miles north of El Paso, and you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
still alive.
it's still. So how evolved are we really as a society? You know, and again, when I just feel that whatever the answer you end up getting to, almost doesn't matter because humanity is going to continue.
Yeah, sure. I was trying to like, what am I asking to?
You know,
So, yeah, that's.
But
that is
the
true.
whole point is asking. The whole point is challenging. I just think that part should never go away in humanity. Is continue to challenge what everybody thinks is right and
It's
what
kind of like what they say about kids. Like that's the beauty about kids. They just,
how honest they are. And,
and they never stop exploring and asking questions.
Right.
They're always asking questions.
And what's more is a kid doesn't come into the, like they did a study, right? And they put videos. What's the difference between you and that kid? And they put like a white kid and a black kid next to each other. Hey, what's the difference between you guys? And kids are like, oh, well, she likes macaroni and cheese and I like apples.
Beautiful.
For like 30 kids, they did this with 30 pairs. And none of them was like, yo, their skin is dark and my skin. None of them fucking say it, you know? Society doesn't, you're not born being a piece of shit. You develop into it.
Wait a minute. I've met some people.
right out of the womb.
I was in preschool and I remember playing on like little like jungle gym and this kid was like, I wonder what happens if I pull your fingers off, and I like hit the floor.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
I'm willing to bet.
Probably a serial killer.
Also
by now.
his name was Hunter.
Oh, come on. That's a pretty.
I'm willing to bet their dad was a piece of shit or their mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet they come from a household where their
Little
parents
piece
were
of
like
shit preschooler.
pushing them. You know,
As a 4-year-old? Oh, God.
Fuck out of here. It's
terrible.
But
yeah,
again,
yeah.
this is just the beauty of a film like this. It's gonna challenge society and it's gonna
Thanks,
challenge
Austin.
what we think is right or
What?
wrong.
For picking the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So we're talking about like the production. I think it's just cool, the small town.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's I was kind of like my bad guy.
Please.
So the film takes place in North Carolina. It takes place in Missouri, but the town of Ebbing is a fictional town, and it's
Don't spoil the magic for the audience.
Dude, I've been
that's why
driving
they-
in circles trying to find this damn
I
place.
just say this is what it's about.
Sylvia.
Silva, North Carolina.
Silva, North Carolina. It's a mountain town. And essentially, they really did take over this town. In fact, the police station is a furniture store.
No, it's like a military store now. Then
Then it was a furniture
this
store.
is like the Google Map view of like that's the police station.
Yeah.
This is where the advertising company was.
It was
such a
it was a
beautiful-
furniture store that, again, they used pyrotechnics and all this stuff, right, for the fire.
Yeah.
They restored the building back to its normal state for them, and production did all this stuff.
Dude, that's perfect.
They
for a set
encouraged
right
the town to be extras. They encouraged the town to come see the filming rather,
Schmott.
the exterior filming, as long as nobody Woody Harrelson on breaks would go and sign autographs, go hang out. He even did a jam session in one of the local bars with the townies.
Who doesn't love Woody?
How cool is that? Like,
It's fucking awesome.
You take over a little town to go shoot, and you just
He was probably just looking for weed, but yeah. I mean, either way.
Maybe. I will say that they took over this town, but all of them had an amazing production. They had an amazing time filming this thing. And a lot of them weren't even supposed to sign on. I think France McDormand has a story about how she said, I didn't even want to do it. And the reason she didn't want to do it was because she thought a woman her age wouldn't be a mom to a little girl that age. So that would mean I'm pregnant at
What do you
38.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I know.
Well-
And you know what's hilarious about this? Frances McDormand is married to Joel Cohen of the Coen brothers fame. And
Interesting.
apparently, she's like, I don't know, I don't want to do this because it doesn't make sense. The math doesn't it's not mathing. I'm going to be pregnant at 38 and da-da-da-da. And then he's like, just shut up and fucking do it. Stop talking, stop complaining, just shut up and do it. And she did it. That's the reason she did it, was because her director of a husband was like, you're bitching, just do it. Just stop complaining. It's a great film. Go do it. And then she won an Academy Award. So, but yeah, I mean, it's...
See, this is what I was talking about right now when you guys said about Mad Max. The new one was Furiosa. You could tell she's a strong lady physically. I'm not trying to be mean to her, but just, how she carries herself.
Yeah.
How is Anna?
like Charlie Stern.
Yeah. Anna Joy Taylor or Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
Yeah.
she still doesn't have her license, by the way.
She didn't.
Come on.
She didn't. Oh, fuck off. You're an actor.
No, but this is why some of these things flop. Because just the casting is like,
Look,
how
to
am I
her
going to
credit,
believe she's a desert dweller?
You've seen Split. Even in that film, she was brave.
But she's supposed to be a kid.
A brave kid.
Yeah. But she's still a kid.
To her credit,
Vulnerable
she
kid.
did all of her own stunts. Come on. You just don't believe the casting?
No, I just don't believe when they say that they did all their stunts. They're not going to risk all of it.
No, they
obviously.
did. They did. She
Maybe
did.
one or two.
No, she did. She did.
For how much is the budget?
Part
for
of
that
her
one?
contract.
40 million or 50 million?
You think they can't insure that? It's all about insuring the actor at
I'm
this
going to
point.
get somebody to do her stunts.
No.
What the fuck am I going to
Dude,
risk?
George Miller does not give a flying fuck. George Miller comes
So
from
does
the...
fucking, what's his name from Mission Impossible? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise fired a safety guy
Yeah, I know.
to
They
just
got-
fucking get another safety guy.
But that's what I'm saying.
But no, the star power.
168 million is what Furiosa.
Dude,
168 million is the budget?
and you're not going to get a stunt double.
No, you're gonna. But look, it was in Anya Taylor-Joy's contract. She's like, I'm not gonna
man.
sign on to do this shit if I can't do my own stunts.
No, I was just saying, that's not a believable strong woman from the desert. Come on. Maybe her performance is going to be badass, but just aesthetic, it's just like, what?
Hey guys, Michael Break here. It's been an interesting episode, huh? We all learned a
Hey,
lot.
sometimes they like the little banter.
Hey.
Sometimes.
This is
You
great.
watch yourself after the 5 minutes that you did on the
Yeah,
mic
man.
earlier.
We
Why
keep
is
an
it?
eye
Well,
on
no,
you,
okay,
man.
no. Grounding
You're
this
on probation.
back. Grounding this back. You are on probation. Grounding this back. Why are we so afraid to talk about this shit? This is great. This is the point of a
I love
podcast.
it.
I was
So
just trying
I
to
am
get
not
out of the...
It's also
apologizing for this conversation
it's also
in the
because of
slightest.
society nowadays that if you
I
don't
was-
agree with their opinion, you
I
don't.
could give a fuck.
That's the unfortunate part of today's
Yeah.
world, and it's fucking stupid.
It is, and especially when it comes to something relating to the arts, where you're exploring the human condition and what's wrong and what's right and what you deem right and wrong and whether that's right or not.
Because if you disagree with the left, they get mad. If you disagree with the right, they get mad.
You want
It's
to see
just-
me expand the conversation an extra 50 minutes?
No.
The older I get, the more I relate to Larry David, man. Fuck society, fuck
Yeah.
all the social
yeah.
niceties and normities. I hate them. I hate the social contract. I hate the social contract within my own family, man.
Same.
I don't like do the happy birthday posts anymore. I don't could give a shit.
Same.
I'm gonna call you.
My family was over at my house like last week, and I was like, "Can you guys just fucking leave?"
It's just the thing, man. Like, and again, we're so afraid to not be rude. Don't be an asshole either, but we're afraid of challenging society's norms, and I hate it. And I think art does that the most. It's challenging these norms and in a safe space, almost exploring the what ifs.
Almost Francis McDormand.
Speaking.
Now he's
of
on mute him. He's gone.
Speaking of Francis, Guster, who would you have wanted to play in this film?
Ah, come on, dude.
Woody is Sam Rockwell.
Sam
maybe.
Rockwell, dude. That's me, dude, right there, dude.
Would you
get
have
hit?
gained the 50 pounds that he gained for it?
I was gonna say that he's not usually
He
that
gained
fat.
weight and he had padding.
Oh,
just
okay, I was
to
gonna
sell
say,
the illusion.
I was like, wow, he gained a little bit more weight
Yeah.
than I thought. No, definitely him, dude. He has
Sam
the biggest
Rockwell.
character arc.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson. Obviously, I love his character, but man,
And his wife.
That's Woody Harrelson, bro.
No, the other guy. Yeah, he's talking about the other guy, right?
No, but like the character, like.
I
Anyway.
thought we were talking about Sam Rockwell's character.
No, he was talking about Woody Harrelson.
Oh,
His wife?
In the
Woody
film.
Harrelson's wife in the film, the
movie.
character,
Who's she?
the one
Moving
he
right along.
The
before he kills himself?
cinematography.
Oh shit, dude! I forgot about the farm chick. My bad.
The farm
She's
chick.
British.
She is British or like
they're not
Irish. I think
foreign.
she's
Yeah.
Irish.
Anyways,
Anyways,
cinematography.
Rating changes cinematography.
Anything that stood out?
That it looked like a Roger Deakins.
Yeah, it was very Deaky-esque.
Yeah, for sure.
Which if he hasn't coined, I will copyright so that way I can
Deaky-esque.
sue him.
That way you can sue him when he uses the term that
every time you're trying to
some
refer like, oh, it's very
cinematographer and-
Deaky-esque. Like
You get like $500 or something.
Yeah. He'll pay it. Watch.
He'll finally come on our podcast just because he feels bad for us.
Yeah, oh, how Deaky-esque of you, you know?
you know
Join
what?
us today.
If the Francis McDormand,
McDonald's?
dude, I always mess up everybody's names. But no, if she was like a male
man?
protagonist, I would play her
Wow.
because she
Wow,
played
so
a
just
good role.
because she's a female, you don't think you can play that role?
Obviously, I mean, well,
Wow, Castro,
today-
how dare you, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Canceled.
Damn it.
Hashtag canceled.
Cancel it.
Canceled.
Hashtag, I'm
Everybody
sorry.
pointed him.
Hashtag, I'm sorry.
Correct me if I'm
sorry.
wrong.
Colonel, point at him and laugh.
No, but
Correct
she
me-
has the strongest character of them
Oh,
all.
absolutely. But
The love of a
I
child.
wonder too. Did she go through an arc?
How many times you've had sex?
She goes through a lot of
I
emotions, but
wonder.
did her arc get completed? And the beauty of that question
Well,
too.
that's which
The beauty of that is too
how it ends.
grief. Her grief will never end. The arc will never be completed until the
And
end
there
of
you
her
go, folks.
life.
Carlos finally answered my question. It's not gonna settle it if they go kill
Oh
somebody else.
dear God, go fuck a goat. That's not what I mean.
Any rating changes?
There it is.
Yes. 8.5.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Told you.
What?
It means that I somehow through my
I saved
Talking.
You're
I
welcome.
changed his mind.
Well,
We never thought this was a bad film. What are you
Well,
talking
you thought
about?
it was an 8.3, but now it's an 8.5.
no,
so
I thought it was
somehow-
8.2, and just because of that, I'm
Even
going to
better.
8.1.
Castro,
Even
earlier
better.
when we were watching the game, you're like, dude, that was a good shot. And then like 2 seconds later, I don't like the way he shoots it. Like, it's just so bad.
Nah, SJ
Do you
sucks,
cheat? Are you faithful? Yeah. Nah.
No, I was going to give it an 8.5 just because
bro. Yeah.
I want to watch it again just for the fact that there's so many different societies and norms that it's challenging in like a lot of
Absolutely.
different directions.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, we spent a lot of time on like the cops one and is it right or wrong, the ending.
Dude.
But there's so, like I said, there's so many. It talks about like religion. It talks about like who's right and wrong when it comes to like a kid
gaps.
and mom, you know, like
This
age gaps, you know,
a
like-
small town is a focus group.
yeah.
Of society, right? It's a focus group of like we can put this under a microscope and see what's wrong and what's right according to our morals, and it's really good, man.
Yeah.
I
Really
also
fun,
it's
really fun.
super personal, man. Like I went through a lot of these conversations.
Yeah, me and you kept looking at each other like,
Kept
oh,
like, yeah,
shit,
you
dude,
remember
give
this
me
shit, right?
flashbacks, dude.
Yeah, legit. Like just again, divorce and
Yeah.
fucking
You're getting divorced?
and fucking. No, but like parents fighting in front of their kids and like violence in the house
Pulling
and,
a
Me and the law are used to that.
and
with
mom beating and fucking man, like
That's what me and the law went through this episode when you and Costa were fighting.
Yeah.
what?
All the same emotions right now.
Oh yeah, but
That's why I went through a
you know when you
microwave.
see your dad choke your mom in front of you, you just revert
The
to
law out of nowhere had some like Fruit Loops in his hair.
Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies.
Oh, Rice
Rice Krispies.
Krispies.
What do I give it? An 8? What did I give it?
8.
We all know what you got to do, bro. We all know what you
No,
want to do.
yeah, just give it a good score.
Go
No.
down.
Come on, bro.
Just give it an honest score.
Come on. Come to the light. Come on.
I'm going
All
to
the-
use
all the
something
cool
that
kids are doing it.
Austin says I don't use anymore. And it's because I don't feel like we really got into the point of a discussion.
What, hair wax?
Hair wax, beeswax.
Oh.
Random.
8.1 for the
Got
sake.
'em.
Nope.
Got 'em,
It's
guys.
because it created a discussion of society after the film.
I like how he still like got him, coach.
Told you. It took like an hour and a
Okay,
half. but
Castro.
We got there.
You're 8.7. Did that go up or
Nah,
down?
I want you to name this episode Castro wins. Castro wins.
Winners, losers.
I
I
know.
don't even know what I'm going to
Put
name
the
this one.
poster and then just
Usually-
have him victory.
Victory is mine.
I usually come up with the name while we're recording, but this one I don't have
Was
one.
Castro right? And then just have like all the little things.
I want to get away from the questions.
No.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
right
really?
was Castro? How right was Castro?
You don't like the clickbaity titles?
Do it.
No, yeah, but I don't like. I feel like it's been too many. Like, is this Tarantino's best film?
Oh,
Like,
questions?
we're gonna run
Yeah.
out.
Like, I think the questions are very.
How about just be like,
It's weird because
first-
they also work. Like, I mean, is this the episode that broke up the team? You know, like those weird clickbaity
Oh,
things.
that would be a good one for this one.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. But there's been
how
so many.
fractured is the WatchTower Film
No,
Podcast?
we don't still want to
And we're watching Fractured.
We control the fucking narrative, Castro. This
many
ain't
fi-
reality TV.
How many fights broke out during this episode?
Yeah.
something like that.
Somebody died. You know.
Anybody else? Rating changes?
Austin.
No,
You're still at a
8.7.
8.7.
Because he's all the way over there. I couldn't really get to him. I couldn't really like connect with him.
My vocal cords, my
Yeah,
He
man.
has
I
headphones.
can't
if anything,
protect.
he's more connected than any of us. have
That's
been.
a really good point.
I hear everybody right in my ear.
You, Castro?
I hear the voices.
You didn't even give it a 9, motherfucker. I don't know what you're complaining
No,
about
but I
here.
still give it a,
with them. Give it a lower score.
8.7.
still
Give it
give
a
it,
lower
I still
score.
give it a positive
Give it a
B.
lower score. Fuck with them. Just give it a lower score.
Positive B. A B positive.
A positive B. No, I still
Tell
give
me
it an
it's
8.7.
No,
Yeah.
8.6.
But it's
Make
not
it
a
an
but it's not a
8.6.
9, right?
This guy.
But it ain't a 9, right?
Well, nah.
Yeah, Carlos wins.
Tell me tonight. Tell me tonight.
Okay.
Tell me
Well,
tonight.
you
I'm not
know,
gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
thank you to tune in to the.
Were you telling him to say an 8.6 just to mess with us?
Yeah. I was trying to throw him off because you guys can't hear me, but he can hear me.
Wait, I could hear you. What?
I don't know what we're covering next.
Spirited Away's next week.
Victory!
I think we should
We all
still
got
do
a
Yeah,
it.
victory.
yeah,
We
you're
all
right.
got a victory.
I think we should still do it regardless. It's another fan request, and we haven't talked a whole lot about animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a group pick. So
And
That
it
is a good pick.
is
Perfect.
really
Spirited
good
Away.
because the only anime or like
Perfect Blue's the only other.
yeah, because we've talked about animated films. We talked about Klaus. I don't know if you were on that episode.
for the umpteenth time, I picked the fucking film. Yes, I was on that.
No,
episode.
but
Wait,
I-
were you on that episode
He
for
picked
Klaus?
yes.
Can you pull it up like
Isn't it
genuinely
all-
like
I wasn't there for the one in Orlando when I was in Orlando.
no,
that
no,
was
but I
the,
thought you weren't there for the Klaus one too
Yeah,
because
'cause-
I thought I took it
Yeah,
over.
he picked it.
I'm fairly positive I was there. I think
No, I thought something happened, so I took
Would you
over.
pull the trigger?
on Santa Claus. On Santa Claus.
Oh,
The what? Oh my gosh! Because I'm not 100% sure.
Exactly, bro.
Go.
I am the greatest.
I'm the greatest
What's your
man
take
to
on
ever
all this
live.
shit? People, just fucking chime in and let us know.
Just
who,
fuck.
You know,
Yeah,
you're
man.
not gonna attract any audience members, but just being like, just fucking type,
fuck
you
off
know?
and decide for yourself. That's the moral of the story. It's right there.
Hit the middle of the episode and
You're
Ah,
not
I'm not
there.
Maybe my
Well-
voice is there. You don't know.
Damn, my hair's long.
hey man, I had green
Hey,
hair. It
greeny.
was trippy.
Hey, Greenie,
Oh, you were going through some stuff, yeah.
There was a basket.
you
case
were
of
going
balls
through some
and-
stuff.
Say you're sorry.
I wasn't there.
Say you're sorry.
Why do I have to say I'm sorry?
Well, you said you pull
Because-
the trigger
Oh
either way
my
you're not.
God.
This
I'm
is the one that
sorry.
you showed up halfway through.
Dillo.
See, this is what you got to make sure 100%.
Yeah, see, this is what
That
you
should
are.
have been called the episode that broke up the one. Two of the people on there aren't here anymore.
We're gonna be talking about Spirited Away. No, that's not true because Eric came recently for the Blade Runner.
yeah,
Don't
but
come.
Oh, is this after? This is after your Blade
Yeah,
Runner,
it
right?
was after Blade Runner.
So we'll
Do
talk
not
about
come.
Spirited Away.
Another
Studio
fan request.
Ghibli.
Ghibli, some
Mia-
call it.
Ghibli or Ghibli? I think it's Ghibli.
I say Ghibli.
You say Ghibli because it makes you feel.
Ghibli, you know. That one guy.
Ghibli!
Yeah, that one guy.
Miyazaki. Miyazaki, what's his first name?
Hayao Miyazaki.
Hayao Miyazaki's.
He just recently passed away.
He did.
What?
I really at some point want to talk about The Boy and the Heron, man. That was a mind fuck.
What?
He passed away.
Yes. Boy and the Heron was a swan song.
That's what that means.
We've been trying to tell you that that's what swan song means.
Wait, can you pull it up? When did he die?
Wait. His name?
Maybe he just retired.
You're killing me, Spawn.
Maybe he just retired. He might have just retired.
Basically dead.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh no, he's still alive. He just retired. But it was a swan song.
No,
because it's his last film.
yeah, it's his last
Carlos,
film. But
this
oh
is
my.
What you say stuff when you're 100% sure.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Hey, I thought he had recently passed away.
I thought so too, guy. I guess it was just a retirement.
No,
Yep,
he's just chilling, man.
He's just
Don't kill him off.
I know, bro.
Like in Japan right now, he's probably just like on a chair having tea, being like,
Somebody wants me
Oh,
dead.
you do it, guys.
Somebody wants me dead. Kobayashi What the fuck is this?
Kobayashi
Kobayashi
Masaru.
Masahiro. Domo arigato per tu credo.
he's gonna be okay.
Mr. Roboto.
Tune in next week
By-
to
Well,
Miyazaki.
maybe I was thinking of the guy who created Dragon Ball.
Oh, he did
Oh,
that. He
yeah.
did that.
Oh, yeah, well,
He did.
obviously, yeah.
Whoopsies.
Well, obviously he's dead. He's a
but-
piece of shit.
Well, I mean, those. It's pretty.
Anyway, I have respect for that. Let's go.
Hayao Miyazaki's Studio Ghibli's
It's
Spirited
still
Away.
around.
He's still alive and kicking.
He could very much watch it with us if he wanted to.
He might.
Well,
now that he's retired.
before we end,
Yeah.
I just want Talal to tell us what you think a swan song is.
It's like their last project, no?
Okay.
But does it mean that they die?
No, but not necessarily. But as long as you know that,
Yeah, I thought
because
it was
you
like,
say swan song for every other fucking thing.
yeah, it's their swan song.
Thank you for tuning in to the WatchTower Film Podcast. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Love you guys.
All right.
How are we
Your
gonna end this
fucking
one?
Dukes up, guys.
Unos pinches tiros o qué?
Peaches body blows.
I was going to say, what's Coupe de Grace?
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace?
Coup de grace. You're still rolling. Are you still rolling? Thank you. Coup de grace.
That's David.
This episode is the coup de grace of the WatchTower.